What's up, guys? How y'all doing? This is D Durrell at the practice. Just gonna play my remix a little bit before I get started. Sit back and enjoy. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? This is D Durrell. Happy to be here again. We're gonna definitely have a good time today. We're gonna discuss a variety of issues and so forth. I like to say before I get started, I want to give a shout out to LB. What's going on? I've been seeing you in a few chats. What's up, Black Abe? How you doing? See, you've been busy with your family. Me too. My son has got me busy with sports and different things that he got going on. Yeah, my son is in football. Football is over now. He playing basketball. He recovering from a injury right now. Um, he's in the ninth grade. His coaches have projected him to potentially start next year in the 10th grade or at least play varsity. So he's excited about that and he's trying to make a good recovery. And so I got him in the gym and everything. So I've been busy with family too. Holidays been busy. I was talking to extended family yesterday. I mean, those are things we don't talk about enough in this particular space. But you know, I'm a person that has had a great relationship with my mother and father and my sisters. You know, I've lived a stable life all of my life. Um, Pretty much, I come from a stable family. Um, I never wanted for anything as a child. What's up, Faith? How you doing? I never wanted for anything. I lived a pretty good middle class life growing up. My dad owned his own businesses, mother owned her own business, and so forth. It propelled me to want to do the same and so forth. What's up, C Rock Smooth? What's going on, C Rock? I got to talk about some issues, C Rock, and I wanted to talk to you about that. So what I want to do is this is an open panel. And I'm going to be on for about an hour, maybe an hour, 15 minutes. I'm not going to be on too long today, but I want to talk about some things going on in YouTube. And if anybody wants to bring up any issues, you can come up. This is an open panel, open topic Q&A. Anything you want to ask in the chat, you're more than happy to do so. The first thing I want to point out is that I hope that you all enjoyed the remix song "I'm in Love with a Light Skinned Girl" and "Chocolate and Caramel" too, that I released on Friday. For those that have listened to it for the first time, I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give me your opinion. I will have it posted. It will be you can go to my music website and you can purchase it a download for 99 cents. This is an open link. So, and I'm gonna send that out again. First thing I like to talk about, bring up is the fact that, as usual in Black YouTube, pretty much in this weekly review, we continue to see the manifestation of ongoing Black YouTube beefs that tend to present itself no matter what sector you're in, what section you're in, what group. And I think right now the beefs that are going on are at an all-time high. Pretty much. It's almost, no matter where I go, I see nothing but people who are beefing with other people. And I'm gonna be honest, I've cooled down a bit because my channel got shut down, and it has caused me to not have because I had a nice channel. My channel had 4,500 subscribers. You know, if I was on my previous channel, D Darrell, I would have probably 20, 30 people in there right now, as opposed to like 10. So I'm rebuilding. And be honest with you, due to the beefs that I was involved in, the people that don't like me, and only anybody can only speculate who that could have been. Lennon Honors people, anti-Afro people, anti-Umar Johnson people, a couple of people in the manosphere, red pillars that don't like me. There are a lot of people that I could speculate brought my channel down. And my channel was growing. And I was getting more subscribers. And I was getting more people streaming and donating. And it killed the momentum. And so I take responsibility for that. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to hold people accountable to scamming like Lennon Honor. I'm not going to hold people accountable to lying to people like anti-Afro and so on. I'm still going to continue to do so no matter if you take my channel down or not. This time, I have backup channels that people will be able to support and know where I'm at in case something goes wrong. And I wanted to say this because I want you to know that the previous show that I did, probably about I want to say about a week ago, I did a show called "What Is the End Game for Umar Johnson Haters," and of course, I pointed out issues of Lennon honor. And you know, Mr. Lennon, I sent him an email challenging him to a debate. I ain't hear anything. But you know what Bussy Lennon decided to do? He decided to flag my channel and tell YouTube that I was putting information out there that put his safety at risk. So I was forced to take down a video that I had up. Or they told me either I can edit it or take the video down. I chose to take the video down. I can go back and edit and put it back up, but I hadn't had time to really edit it because that YouTube's editing is not that good, and it takes hours before it can actually correct everything. So I decided to just take it down, period. I mean, the video had pretty good, had maybe 200 or 300 viewers on it. It did pretty well, so I was good. I decided, hey, it's all good. So pretty much, you know, that was part of what happened, you know, and they basically told me, review it. Hey, you know how YouTube gives you that message. Now, I'm starting to question, because I've been privy to some information in regards to anti-Afro Spengali. There are certain people who are in that camp that I believe to work for YouTube. And there are people who have talked to me that have speculated whether or not some of these people work for YouTube, because several of those people that, when been pointed out by a particular person, have been identified as potential YouTube workers or contractors. They took their channels down. I'm not going to say no name, but they know who they are. Okay. So for any of my subs, could you please time out Remix Way Life God? Go ahead and time him out. I don't have time to be dealing with him. You don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. I don't have time to be dealing with you. So we're gonna go ahead and time you out. We're gonna put you in timeout. So those are some of the things I want to point out. Also, my boy O'Shea Duke Jackson did a live stream. He's starting to come back and do some content. One of my favorite YouTubers. I've been subscribing to him for over almost 5 years now. I think he's starting to come back and want to do more content in the sector. He did a fire live stream last night, and then he also, I think he's doing one right now. So he's starting to come back and do more content for those that are in the manosphere or in Black YouTube. A lot of people are familiar with him. Please give me your perspective on him coming back and doing more content and so on. So also, you know, I've been hearing about these things about the lawsuits against Umar. That came up. That's a big thing right now. But see, why nobody's talking about the lawsuits against Anti-Afro? She has tons of lawsuits from my estimation and from my intel. Why ain't anybody talking about the fact that she has several pending lawsuits in which she has not been held accountable for, and counting? So those are some things I want to talk about. What's up, C-Rock? You can go wherever you want to start.
Yeah, I thought you were still doing the introduction.
No, I'm good. I'm done. I just wanted to kind of talk about some of the things I wanted to tackle, but you can go ahead.
No, I didn't know she had. You said several lawsuits.
Oh yes.
From her behavior on YouTube or from things outside of YouTube?
To be honest with you, from what I've seen, there were about 5 or 6. I think, to be honest with you, I don't think any of them are from YouTube. But what I think is people have sued her for some other things business-wise, because she does have a practice, and there's some things that she has done that she's been sued for. A couple of those places were actually several corporations that have sued her for whatever reasons. And then the other ones were probably from other people, professionals. So I don't know what that could entail. But I've been knowing this for actually 2 to 3 weeks. I just haven't really spoken on it. Other people. I hadn't really spoken on it because I have a pending lawsuit that I'm actually going to sue her also. So I kind of didn't really talk about it a whole lot. But since she wanted to take it upon herself to say about, things about Umar Johnson having lawsuits, well, then I think, okay, now it's time to talk about her pending situations.
Wow.
Yeah, she has pending lawsuits. And I saw the proof of it. Public record.
I don't know. She always about, following the rules and all this stuff. And if you got 7 people that have a lawsuit, that means she violated, or at least 7 people that believe they were violated or mistreated by her. So who the hell is she to judge?
She owes people money, man. I'm just gonna put it like that. She owes people money.
What's good, fellas?
People money. What's up, Worldwide? C-Rock, owes money. She owes money to people, man.
What up, y'all?
Hey, yo, hey, C-Rock.
Somebody called me and let me go out and come back in, because somebody called me and then it went from speakerphone to listening to the AirPod.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna come right back in, bro.
Okay, no problem. What's up, Worldwide? Worldwide, are you there? Worldwide, are you there? You kind of went out.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, what's up? Okay, Worldwide probably went out and did something too. What's up, Eric Bird? What's going on? Go ahead, you can continue.
So, what was I gonna say? I don't mean to switch subjects, but did you hear the epic debate on Flacco's channel?
I heard about it.
Yo, that shit was action packed.
I heard that Flacco channel had a big falling out or something like that. I didn't check the replay out, but someone sent me an email about it. I need to check out the video.
I was in it.
Oh, you was in it. Oh, damn! What happened?
Yeah, it wasn't no big falling out. I had to check TC because he had said a couple things on some shows that I wasn't in, and people on the panel was trying to defend me, and he cut them off. And I'm like, yo, man, I see you doing some real, underhand snake shit around here. So I had to really get on him about what he's been doing, because I guess he thinks that I don't watch these shows if I'm not in the panel. So I just called him out on his bullshit, and I ripped on him. So people probably think it's a whole big falling out. But my thing is, I feel like they putting too much energy into Don, and the focus has now left the school, and now we're trying to save Don. So I just went off because that ain't what I'm here for, to save a grown man.
To me, I'm gonna say this. And matter of fact, I saw that video where you and him were talking, but when I was, this was about 3-4 days ago.
Yeah,
it was about 3 or 4 days. I saw the beginning aspects of it, and so when I saw it, you all were just kind of talking about it, and you were bringing up stuff about, prior to you coming on there, they were talking about Dunn. And I know everybody using him as this goddamn charity case. He's not a charity case.
Right.
He's not. And people need to understand that this is a grown ass man, and I have no sympathy for a grown, healthy ass man that should be able to take care of himself. So
check this out. Check D-Darrell, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, C-Rock? How you doing, bro?
What up, Worldwide? How you, fam?
Hey, listen, bro. I listened to that live the other night with you on Flacco's with C-Rock. I mean, with Tiffany and TC. Bro, I felt you, bro. I felt that passion, bro. Yo, have you heard it, D-Darrell?
I saw part of it, and then I left prior to it actually getting into the
listen, bro. You gotta hear that shit. That shit was a classic. Hey, C-Rock, bro, from real nigga to real nigga, that shit hit me in the heart, bro. Like, you bury your soul telling your business like that, just to put shit in perspective, talking about your struggles, how you had to come of age as a man and own all your bullshit. Like, yo,
you mentioned about being homeless too, right?
Yeah, bro. Yo, that's
Absolutely.
bro. Yo, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yo, bro. I said, yo, I can't wait to holler at this dude a couple days we come back on. Bruh, listen, man. When you spoke about, you doing comedy and being homeless, not knowing where your next bill's gonna come from, and then you realize that you gotta recognize that, okay, I gotta get my shit together. I can't expect the whole world to take care of me, and then you use that shit as a conduit to explain to fucking this man, like, listen, you a grown man. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Nobody's gonna baby you.
Right.
You're not a child.
Right.
Own the mistakes. Own how you mismanaged the first half of your life. Get your affairs in order, bruh. Get your affairs in order. We're not about to turn this whole shit we doing and about babying and pampering you and cash apping you. And like you said, that exchange between you and TC, bruh, that shit was like, it was written by Nas. It was like the purple tape. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? TC standing on his ground, you standing on his ground. And the part that I felt when you was like, yo, listen, if I owe you money and you come put your hands on me, you ain't a lot more than what you signed up for. I'm like, yo,
that's
shit.
A fact.
Not that you was talking about him,
that's
but anybody in general. You know?
Right.
Like I'm the same way.
Like, you see when I said that, I said you're a sucker. You see how he was like, yeah, he was a sucker. Like, yo, so what you bragging about beating up a sucker for? That makes you a sucker for beating up a nigga you knew was a sucker before you put your hands on him.
Because I'm like this. Somebody loaned me some money. I don't give it back to him. You ain't gonna beat the shit out of me and get your money back. Like, no, this shit about to go somewhere else now. You know what I mean? Your wife about to get smacked out 100 headshot. This shit about to go somewhere else now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bottom line, I had to check him. I had to check him, bro. I really did, because he first of all, he was caping for a homeless nigga. I never seen nobody cape for somebody homeless that they just met like 7 days prior to the conversation. And this nigga was talking about, how he's homeless and why he need an ID. And this dude's almost 40. Don got to be like 40 years old, and he's asking me. TC is asking me why he need to get an ID. Why can't he get paid without an ID? Why is he 40 without an ID? It shouldn't be no question after that. Like, oh, well, yeah, you're right. He is grown as shit. Like, dog, you should have been had your shit.
I can tell you why he can't get paid without an ID. And the same way nobody can get a job without an ID. You have to have proper identification. That's just fundamental by the book business. You don't. I mean, if you're going by the book and you're actually running a legitimate business, you have to personally identify people for who they are.
Exactly.
That's why.
Then it's three things
that's let's see. Now I'm cool with but TC. But did you ask TC this? He has a restaurant, right? Would he hire anybody without an ID to work at his restaurant?
I to ask him that. I ain't even think to ask him that.
Yeah, right. but he wouldn't, and I know he wouldn't.
It's three things for me that pisses me off with this whole thing. For one, like you said, TC. I mean not TC. C-Rock about you.
Oh, don't do me like that, man.
No. You knew if you surrounded yourself around Dr. Umar, you would get some light shined on you by default, just from being around this whole cipher. And this man had been conversations, talking to people. This man got 6 degrees. You might not even have a fucking associate's. I mean, a GED. Shut the fuck up when this man is breaking bread with his peers. Like, be quiet.
You see, you really was listening to when I was going on, bro.
Listen,
like that was one of my main points.
I felt you on that. You know what I mean? And like I said, TC want to give him the platform, show him how to run the game and all that. That's all fine and dandy. But at some point, somebody got to say, listen, bro, you've at least gotten at least $600-700 in the last 2 weeks of cash apps, or should I say what Tiffany call it? You know how people say federal aid? Tiffany call it Cash App aid. So you received Cash App aid for the last 2 weeks. That's your Tiffany coined that tonight. You received at least 2 weeks of Cash App aid. Why don't you go get your fucking ID? Secondly, you can't blame Dr. Umar for how your life turned out. Like this dude make it seem like Dr. Umar ruined my life. I don't know what to do with myself now because $1,000. What about them?
That's what he's trying to low key do. He's trying to spin it and act like somehow he was doing real great until he met Dr. Johnson. Now,
Thank you, bro.
I crushed TCTV with so many points in that little debate about should Don get paid or should Don get the license, I mean the ID and get paid. I crushed him so many times. If you
Right.
notice, TC kept saying the same thing. He had nowhere to go, bro. Him on every side, every angle.
And that's the part that keep pissing me off. Like, come on, man. You snaggle
That's why I
two
said he was a
bugs.
snake.
Get your shit together, bro.
That's why I called him a snake. That's why I called him a snake. Because TC know he's wrong, but he's still fighting to lie. He's still fighting for the lie, and he know he's wrong.
I spoke to TC about putting the whole thing out there before Tiffany or whoever else had a chance to get back to him. But he made the decision to give Don the platform, and that's how we know who the hell this kid is now. And that's something that TC gotta live with. And Don can get his money tomorrow, C-Rock and D-Darrell. Do you think he's going anywhere now? Do you think he's going like if Dr. Umar gave him his money tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m., do you think Don is gonna go anywhere? You think this is the last we're gonna hear from him?
Probably not.
Yeah.
He's here to stay. He's here.
Because
He's gonna go on tour. He's probably gonna end up on Lenora's show.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's gonna make his rounds. He's gonna go make his rounds.
Like I said, he acting like he on a world tour, you know what I'm saying? But it's really his girls tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard that too.
So it's like, dog, we
So now
I was having a field day.
The anti-fraud sector, they're going to weaponize him against Umar Johnson. That's basically what they're doing.
Well, all they gotta do is give him something to eat, cash out him, and he'll turn on anybody.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right. He's what you call purchasable.
Exactly. I kind of like it. You know, y'all know what a grain of rice is, right? Like one single grain of rice. You know how when Malcolm X left, Elijah Muhammad went to go do his own thing?
Yeah.
And went to go do his own thing. On a grain of rice scale, this is like Don working with Dr. Umar being under him and he's leaving. So now they want to know about what Dr. Umar eat and what he had for breakfast and what type of coffee he drank or donuts he eat. They just want milk information just to keep bullshit going. That's all they want. Once he's depleted,
but you know what's crazy?
He's done.
Even though Don's going on these shows, he's still not giving no bad information. He's honest about Dr. Johnson. He said he's not splurging with the money. He's not on drugs.
Thus far.
He said, huh?
Thus far, he hasn't gave nothing up crazy. Thus far.
Well, he can't go back and say that, yeah, he is on drugs, because now we got him on camera saying that he's not.
Yeah, but look how Lynn and Anna lie every day. Look how look how they sit there and make shit up.
Yeah, but he can't make up shit. He can't make up shit because he already put in his statement. If he changes it, then he'll become what you call inconsistent, and then he'll kill his own credibility off top, and they'll know for a fact that somebody paid him to lie.
Yeah, I think a part of him don't want to get his ID because he likes the attention. I don't think he want to get ID now. I think he rather just
loves it.
He loves it.
This is bumps.
We wouldn't have really known who this guy was if TC wouldn't have brought him on his channel.
Right. And now we're in a situation where this is like bums going fucking wild.
Yeah. It has. He sees an opportunity. That's what he's seeing.
Right.
Because TC, this is exactly what he's doing. He knows that he fucked up. He fucked up by putting him on. So now he's trying to defend the fact that he did it and make it seem like somehow it's a righteous cause when it's a righteous cause. TC was trying to get a big story. He was trying to compete with Flacco. So he felt like he had to do something big to get some attention drawn to his channel.
You think that's what happened? You think it's that deep?
Yeah, he's trying to get attention to his channel because look at it. He's on Poetic Flacco's show, right? But he has not give the people anything to go to his channel for. So he's like, while I got this spotlight, let me be like, yo, Flacco, tell him I got an interview, and then now you can send some people to my shit, and I can get some views, some subscribers and shit. But that didn't do nothing for him because the video didn't go viral. Nobody gave a fuck about it.
Yeah, but TC, Flacco, D-Darrell, they all got solid platforms though. for the scale that is on, they solid.
TC's platform got about 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
that ain't solid.
He did with Umar Johnson's father. That was a good interview. That was a solid.
Oh no, you talking about Flacco?
No. The TC interview he did. TC
did an interview with his father.
Yeah, that was a TC did one with his father for about like 3-4 hours. That was a classic interview.
No, that was Flacco. That was on Flacco's channel. I was the one talking to Dr. Johnson's father.
No. Wait a minute, D. Durrell. I thought it was on TC's, and then he went on. Oh yeah, you're right. That was on Flacco's. Damn, you're right. Damn.
Yeah, so that was a big story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
So that's another big story that went to Flacco, and it didn't go to him. He wanted to bring some attention to his channel, so he made it seem, oh, I got one of Dr. Johnson's ex-employees, and he's not happy. Oh my God! And it's like, bro, you're a hater on our side speaking to us, and it's obvious that now he's not all the way for Dr. Johnson, bro, because that shit was greasy.
Oh well, yeah, I was extremely disappointed in what he did, and I told him about it. And I kind of look at it. That it was kind of crazy, huh?
I kind of look at it like this. I mean, I think that at this point, I don't know. We don't. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna. I understand you want to get a big story. I don't know what the behind the scenes politics was in regards to this, like the phone calls, the you know what I'm saying? Because as you all know, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I mean, be honest with you, for some of the people that come on your panels and so forth, your panel, on TC panel, Flacco, I may get 3, 4, 5 phone calls a day about this situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I get tons of phone calls, man. I get phone calls from Jamal.
Still?
Jamal texts me out. We texting. I mean, we for a while we wasn't communicating that much, but I communicated with him a lot. I communicated with Tiffany. I communicated with some other people that been on the. I communicate with Claudia. Hadn't been hearing much about her, but she wants to come back and do another interview on some stuff. Because she was the one that Nappy Yankee and MAC got upset about, because she actually provided some information of going on the campus and gave a different report than what they were saying. You know, this was back in September and August. So, I mean, I get all kind of communication. People texting me or sending me emails about stuff and information. Man, that was some stuff that somebody sent me. I got information that could have potentially hurt Lennon Honor even more. And Gerald Palmer at the same time. But
you got that right now?
Huh?
You got it?
Yeah, but the information was somewhat, it wasn't verifiable enough for me to put out there. So I had to leave it alone. Yeah, so you can't just put out everything you get. You got to be strategic. You know, that's a lot of information I'm sitting on right now that I choose not to release because I don't know if it's genuine enough. I don't know if the information is legitimate enough. You can't just put out anything, you know. And so I'm very, very strategic in it. And I could have put something that could have messed up both of them very badly. and it would have, to be honest with you, if I would have put that information out, this would not be we would not be talking about doing right now.
Right.
We would not be talking about done right now. And obviously, Lennon constantly watches my videos because he flagged my show at least twice since I started my new channels.
Why?
Are you serious?
Yes.
How did he flag it?
He flagged it and said he flagged the one that I did with the phone thing with the text messages from that white guy. He flagged that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, he flagged that one saying that, and that's how I know the information was true, because he flagged and said that I gave out accurate information that could compromise his personal safety of him and his family. That was the response that YouTube gave me of why I had to either delete it or take it down.
Wow.
So if the information was false, remember they tried to lie, like MAC and Nappy Yankee tried to lie and say it was a some kind of app you can use to do text messages and stuff. That was the backup response. Well, if they use the app to falsify text messages, why would Lynn and Honor try to flag my channel down and had YouTube force me to adjust or take the video down?
Yo, I'm telling y'all,
if the information was false, if the numbers or whatever that was on there was not the accurate information, then if it was false information, I'm not compromising your safety. Only accurate information can compromise your safety. You see,
look,
I
already have another channel, right? And I just haven't been promoting it until recently, but it's Juicy TV is a YouTube channel now. So I'm going to be doing certain content on that channel that I'm not going to be doing on this one, because this channel is really, really blew the fuck up. And now I have a variety of people that are following this channel. So now I got to be careful with the integrity of what I put up now on the channel. So, because now I got people who are actually, important people in society that are watching me, celebrities, all kind of stuff. So these guys, I can't help them. My platform is so big that I can help them just even by I can help them. So I don't use names. I don't even know why you be using names. I gave a nickname to everybody that we talk. Well, we don't even have to say their names.
Yeah, I need to stop using names too. Particularly,
bro, you do that a lot. You give a lot of promotion to people, man. His name is it's Lenora, bro. Just use Lenora. That's it. Everybody on the inside knows what that is. That's it.
So, I'm going to go ahead and answer this question by Faith Factor. She says, what are your thoughts on these dating coaches and YouTubers who make hit videos on Kevin Samuels? Are y'all familiar with Kevin Samuels?
No. Oh, that
no.
Y'all saw that.
Okay. And she also says Kristen Carrison recently had a rich white buddy of hers give a response. On Kevin Samuels, that's another sector of YouTube that I kind of go in a little bit with Kevin came out of. I'm like this, man. I did videos in the past on my channel that got shut down on dating coaches, basically scamming people. They got people paying a lot of money for stuff that they don't have no credibility in. Kevin Samuels, and he's really not a dating coach. Even though people consider him a dating coach, he's some type of image consultant / something else, whatever kind of thing he wants to do, and with clothing stylist / image consultant. He give himself these, elusive titles. Kristen Carrison, far as her and her white buddy, I mean, now she's deciding to put black men out there, a group of black guys to talk about dating. Kristen Carrison, I mean, she's gonna do what she does. I mean, I understand her and Kevin had their little issue, and so she's gonna give responses to whatever he's doing. So, but I'm like this, man. She caters to a black demographic, and even though she promotes interracial dating and all that kind of stuff, I don't know if using a white guy would have been appropriate. I think she could have used somebody else, but being that she's married to a white man, I could understand why she chose to do so. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the people that I know that watched it, they liked it. So if they all good with it, hey, that's pink pill is not my cup of tea. So it's for those who like that, that's fine. So, but I'm curious to see the video with her and the 5 other brothers who are all supposed to be high value men. That's the one I'm actually interested in seeing. So that's my take on that. LV states, shout out to LV. Who do you think is a legit relationship expert or on Black YouTube? Do you all watch the dating coaching stuff or anything like that? Do y'all into any of that?
Nah,
not at all.
I'm dealing with bitches in real life. I don't need nobody to coach me. I got it.
Right.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of money made behind men and women who can't find dates. They value dating coaches and relationship coaches, and they spend top dollar to get their advice and consultation. Just like Lennon Honor. It's no different from Lennon Honor. He's in this group too. Lennon Honor was charging people $100 an hour to give them advice on being a husband, being a father, relationships, being a family man, all the things he don't really do. He was actually giving. I'm just being honest. All the things he don't do, he was charging people $100 an hour.
So he's telling people on how to take care of their kids, and he wasn't doing it. He's telling people on how to find a job when he wasn't working. He's telling people on how to. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And crying about working 60 hours a week. A grown man.
Right.
I've never seen a grown man.
Once I saw the man was crying about having to do what a man does, which is work and provide and protect his family. That's when I said, these guys, they're not even worth being talked about. I'm telling you, they're going to kill themselves, bro. Just let them self-destruct. There is no career in hating on people. It's eventually going to backfire. Just like when people watch these different reality shows, you have to give a different theme, eventually before it implodes on you.
Exactly. And I agree with that. And to me, a lot of these dating coaches, like I said, they're making a lot of money. Do I think there are any legit relationship experts on Black YouTube? No, I don't. The ones that actually are strictly doing dating coach, all of them are frauds. I don't think any of them are legitimate because none of them have a background and none of them have the background or formal training in relationships to do so. Make the people like myself that actually have helped married families before as a therapist, the people who should be discussing relationships and coaching to do that, they don't talk about it. The people who actually have the critical to do that, the legit relationship experts, they don't talk about relationships. They talk about a realm of a lot of other self-help issues besides relationships. See, to me, of all the things that Lenore Honor has done, that was the thing that when people ask me, why did you go hard on Lenore Honor so much, like towards the middle end of last year up until now? And the reason why, to me, when I started reading that stuff about him and what's that guy name of Public Enemy, Professor McGriff, when I started seeing the evolution of how Lennon Honor constantly looked for hustles, that's when I fell out. That really, be honest with you, when he came on my platform that time and did that impromptu one-on-one again, I wasn't even tripping on that. But when I started digging into his past and I saw how he would go, then the thing about it, the big issue with him was the fact that he tried to write a book and a documentary stating that Professor McGriff was gay, and there's a lot of homosexuality in the hip hop community. And now it makes sense why he did that, because that's what he's into. That's what Lenore is into.
Let me just be very clear. I'm 1000% sure that Professor Griff is not gay. So he was just lying on Professor Griff, and it seemed like he took his fangs out of Professor Griff and sunk them into Dr. Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing about, and then with some other little effeminate shit, don't you know that Lennon Honor had his wife talking one-on-one? He put his wife to talk to Professor McGriff instead of handling it like a man.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yes. This brother when Professor McGriff threatened to harm Lennon Honor and threatened to come see him or have his goons come see him, this Negro put his wife in there to try to convince him to stop. Don't do this. We can work this out.
Are you serious?
Professor Griff is a whole lot more militant than Dr. Johnson.
Way more. They're way more.
Public Enemy, that whole thing was about being a black army to defend the black people. He don't want new smoke or grift. So I think he looked at Dr. Johnson as a great way to change the subject, and it'll be more lucrative and it'll be more safe. And that's what the hell he's done.
Right.
When he transferred from that, he did that documentary on the hip. He wrote the book and did the little documentary slice thing on the hip hop industry and so forth. The dude left that and went to all of this I'm a good father, I'm a good husband rhetoric and the website stuff. He put money into his website, and he talked of, even though and he talked about men in the black community, but he talked more about black men need to pick up, do this and step up to the plate and all this kind of stuff. But I've noticed every 3 to 4 years, Lynn and I are trying to find a new hustle. Every three, once one hustle runs out, he finds another one, and he hits that new hustle intensively until he can get all the money he can out of it, and then he go to something else.
Let me tell you something. He is Lenore is a nobody that is trying to portray himself as somebody, and he's almost like a bitter ex-girlfriend or something. You can never beat a woman in an argument. Lenore is one of those people. You can't beat him in an argument because he's to the depths of hell to try to maintain whatever he believes he has, which is nothing. If he divorced his wife, today, he's done, because his wife is going to take the house, the children. He has nothing to stand on. He don't have a job to even tell the judge, I want to keep half of my. They're not going to look at YouTube as a job, a steady job, because anything can happen on YouTube, but you can lose your channel, just like what happened to you. Same thing could happen to him. If we decide to be very, very petty, we can dig and dig and dig and knock his ass off the ladder, just like they did to you. And he got to start from 0 subs again, which would take all the traction away from him.
Exactly.
Right. Hey, you know what you said that was real. You know what you said, C-Rock, that was real interesting.
What was that?
You said that they mess with Dr. Umar because it's safe.
It's safe.
They know ain't nothing gonna happen to him. They know, had this shit been like some goons or people that was really about it, like the people that he did, had to apologize publicly, they want to do a lot of fucking shit he do, because Dr. Umar got so much to lose and he's not necessarily focused on that shit. That's why they do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Professor Griff, he ain't trying to open no damn school, so he don't give a damn about being politically correct. He can get busy. And that'll just be motherfuckers like, oh, that's Professor Griff, goddamn it, he's a martial artist. You know what I mean? Professor Griff can get dirty and the people won't lose any love.
Right. Yeah. So let me go to Renaissance Man. What's up, Renaissance Man?
That's why I don't portray myself as some non-violent person. I will really fuck you up. I will really fuck you all the way up. So I'm not putting this image out there because nobody where I'm from is going to believe this shit anyway. They'll be fact checking the shit out of me like, C-Rock, you just beat up this nigga a year ago downtown Boston. Did you forget about him? Forget about the guy you choked, C-Rock? Forget about that guy, C-Rock? So I could never come out here and act like I'm this peaceful person. I only fight in self-defense, though. That's the one thing that they can say. I don't start trouble. But if somebody come to me, I'm busting your shit. I'm just going to do you dirty because I'm not going to be the one going to the hospital.
Yeah. Right. All right. Let me get the Renaissance Man. What's up, Renaissance Man?
Hey, what's up, D-Darrell? What's up, panel?
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, how you
doing, good. Nah, D-Darrell, I don't want to derail the conversation too much, but I just had to follow up on that panel we had with BMT yesterday. And your thoughts. I mean, I don't know how long you listened in, but the excuses and the rationale that were coming from some of these brothers on this panel was just crazy.
You mean the non-ADOS? You mean the non-ADOS people?
Not even. Well, was T black? He's a black guy, right?
Supposed to be.
With a name like that, I hope he black.
Well, I mean, he was sitting up here talking like we shouldn't be pursuing reparations and this and that. I'm like, and I was just listening to his rationale, and I was just like, do you realize that same rationale? And I mentioned this on the show. I was like, you could say the same thing about like voting rights or any sort of legislation that we got pushed forward that helped us. Yeah, we had to go back to the same system that was oppressing us and make it do right by us. So I don't see why we wouldn't do that now. And I don't know if you were on there when David Monroe was on there earlier, but I mean, he was talking this same crazy stuff of, well, that's just how it was. And they got guns first and they won. So we just need to get over it. I'm just like, people in this space really talk like this.
Let me explain to you why people do talk like that. Now, him being black and talking like that, that's not uncommon. That is the black people who are immigrants or don't have any ties to any slave that was hung by a racist white person, murdered, raped, skinned, tarred, or feathered. If you don't have an actual connection to someone who was tortured on one of these concentration camps, these slave camps, then they don't care about reparations. So that has to be someone who is not connected to someone who came from a cotton field somehow, some way. You know what I mean? So that's what. And you got the black people that come to America. I call them the Americans. They come here and they act like as if they're better than the black people who are here before them. So it's a. And
that was an argument I made. I said, how is it that the same people? Remember one of the guys, Renaissance man, I think he was from the Caribbean or somewhere, I think. And I told him, I said, if it wasn't for the stuff that we did in the civil rights movement, we made it so that you could come here. And now that you have an opportunity to be here, how the hell are you going to look down at the people who made it legal for you to even be here in the first place? Because before the civil rights movement, there were 0 black immigrants coming to America.
Yes.
0.
Non-white was
0.
Yeah. No, I was going to
ask. Who's Black Abe with this shit? Who homeless man? What is he talking about? Homeless people are great. They're great lawn.
He's talking about
yeah. I know, but I'm saying homeless people are great landscapers. What is he? That's what Don was there for, to cut the grass, pick up the. That's what homeless people are great for. What the hell is he talking about?
The other thing, D. Darrell, I wanted to ask you about was, I know your other channel got shut down, but did we ever get like confirmation on that whole Jessica X situation?
Man, I can't find the goddamn video, man. The video I had, and I don't know, man, that video, I had a video that would have ended this. It would have sealed this shit. And the problem was that the video, my channel got shut down the day after I was getting ready to post the video. The day before I was going to post the video. Yeah, man, I had the video up, and I should have downloaded the video, but I had it up, and the video itself was about 3.5 hours, and I was trying to edit it. I was going to put it through my editing software to edit it to about 15 minutes, because basically she was up 15 minutes, and it actually would have been. Remember the day before that, a lot of people don't know, I posted a post on my channel to show me, Jessica X, Deity, and Faith. Okay, and I was going to post it the next day. I was going to schedule to do it the next day around 2 or 3 o'clock. And that morning, my channel got shut down, so that I was never able to do it. And I have yet to find anyone. There's a guy by the name, I think, of Soup Bone. I think he downloaded a lot of my videos, and I'm trying to get those videos back, but I don't have that one, because most of my live streams, I have a lot of my uploads, but a lot of my live streams, I didn't download my live streams. I have a lot of uploads. So that's pretty much what happened.
Is she still in like the Manosphere space?
Yes.
Oh wow, okay.
Man, right now she capitalizing off of Kevin Samuel like no other. She's doing 500-600 in live streams right now talking about Kevin Samuels as we speak.
Who's this?
It's a British girl named Jessica X, supposedly.
Allegedly.
Supposedly British. Supposedly.
Let me tell y'all something about that word allegedly. That is a lifesaver on YouTube. If you just feel like, I might have just did some bullshit, just say allegedly and move forward. Y'all don't use that word enough.
Right.
That's why they can't fuck with me. Every time I shitted on Lennon, every time I shitted on anti-Afro, it was always allegedly. And I'm gonna let the people decide. The people gonna come to their own conclusion once you show them the information. But you gotta say allegedly though. Even if it is something that you have proof for, I still be saying allegedly just in case I don't got enough proof.
It'd just be funny if it was confirmed because it would make the manosphere look bad once again.
Man, if I ever find that video, if I ever find out I have it somewhere in the archives or I can retrieve it, it's gonna show with a shadow of a doubt. And you know how Diddy and people that know Diddy, and they know there's no way in hell Diddy would be on a panel with Jessica X for 15 minutes and say nothing the whole time.
The only thing, D-Darrell, is I'm surprised if it is her. I've only been because she used to go on BMT's channel a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I've been on panels with her, and it's just crazy that someone would be able to maintain her demeanor because Diddy got pretty hyped on BMT's channel all the time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what everybody says. She was one to not maintain her demeanor. And on that, and in that essence of the video that I was going to show, it would have showed her doing that, which nobody would have believed. What happened to Tiffany? Come back up, Tiffany. She came up and
she left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask Tiff what her thoughts were on that whole big debate.
Were you and TC?
Yeah, she's probably going to come back. But I wanted to know her thoughts also because
wasn't she on the panel for that, or she wasn't up there for that?
No, she was definitely on the panel.
Okay.
She said a few things. Every once in a while, I was hitting him with the Street Fighter combinations, the Killer Instinct combinations, the ultras, and every once in a while, Tiff came in and she just sidekicked the shit out of him, and she disappeared, and she came back and uppercut him, and she disappeared. And she was doing a lot of in and out striking on him, but that shit was funny.
Well, I think for TC, the way TC was looking at it was like, and just like on Poetic Flock, they both talk about how, hey, we gonna hold Umar accountable if he doing something which I don't have a problem with, because I've hey, we got to hold him accountable if he's not doing right. But I think that in this situation, it appears to me from the way TC look at it, he looking at it strictly from a business standpoint. You know what I'm saying?
No, he was looking at it from a bullshit, just try to protect the fact that you're the reason why this dude is alive. That's what he was looking at it like. I got to protect my decision of bringing this guy to YouTube, and I got to make it seem like it's a righteous cause. Him bringing Don to YouTube was not a righteous cause, bro. He swears that this guy was trying to reach out to Don, to Lenora, and all them other people. Let him do it. He did because he went on his show first. He helped save something? No. It was toxic. That interview that he had on TC's channel was toxic. He didn't help save nothing.
You think the same worldwide?
Yeah, I was going to ask you too, D-Darrell. Did you have an opinion on? Because I'm assuming I've heard people rumblings. I don't follow his channel like that, but I'm assuming Canvas Samuels has basically gone mainstream in the manosphere in general.
If you want to call it that, but go, yeah. I mean,
I was just curious if you had like an opinion in the sense of like.
He's viral. He's viral.
Yeah, he's viral. Yeah, he is viral. Twice. He's viral.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
He's the talk of the streets. Absolutely. He's trending.
Okay.
As far as Black Twitter go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Black. Okay, so he hadn't bridged out into the general manosphere. It's just he's gotten a bigger. His platform's just gotten really big.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
man.
like over the last,
But he
over the
all
last
over
weeks or
Facebook
so, he's
and
definitely
World Star
more.
Hip Hop, man. He's on World
Oh,
Star Hip
okay.
Hop Twitter. He's all over social media right now, man.
Because I figure it was someone with his rhetoric. And this is where I was kind of wondering your thoughts, because I was figuring, in the time that we're in, and what we're about to go into, just with administration and
with the women.
Yeah, with the way I just figured, I figured that his stuff is really going to attract. If it gets too big, it's going to attract the wrath of some black women who I could definitely see, there being some major pushback.
Well,
like hate speech or just
it's gonna be kind of hard to push back when a lot of women on social media are just shaking their ass on YouTube, shaking their ass on Instagram. So it's gonna be kind of hard to push back.
No. I'm not talking about in that sense. I'm more talking back maybe even like some legal ramifications or something like that. Because how
I'm just giving opinions though.
Because you know how like some shows that like black women have gotten other shows and things shut down and channels and stuff. I figured that could be coming.
I could see a major somebody from somewhere from like maybe a black lady from maybe
Ebony or something.
Yeah, Ebony or something like or a magazine or like the what is that? The Roots or something?
This what they take. I don't think no hood or ghetto people can get them in trouble. It's going to take somebody like Whoopi Goldberg saying something about it on The View. Then that fat chick followed up behind it. I don't think some of these urban things can really do anything. That's just going to get them more views.
But that's where I'm kind of going, is that I figured that may not be the smartest message to go out there with, or that it may get toned down if he gets too big.
The best thing I can see is I can see those women on CNN or something, like a lot of the black, what's those women? One of those women or somebody from the OWN network.
Ain't no black
making a comment on a smaller.
Ain't no black woman on CNN.
I thought they had like some contributors that, but not as far as hosting the show, but they have black contributors though.
Who? Name one. I haven't seen none on the show.
What's that chick name?
It's a Frederica Wilson.
Yeah, and then there's another lady, the one with the short haircut.
You got a bad chance of Roland Martin, the women on his show, saying something before they do. They're not giving them spotlight.
Roland Martin may even comment on the shit.
Chicks on Roland Martin might say something, but seeing this, not giving them spotlight.
Can y'all believe? Can y'all believe that? He talked to that woman like, how he talk.
Nah, because I'm just saying, D. Darrell, when you look at just greater media and things like that, like it's okay to bash black men, but you don't see much on TV that bashes black women like that in the sense of calling them out. You may see you may see like a negative image put out there and them not challenge it, but you won't see someone come out with that type of rhetoric.
A lot of shit he's saying is actually true. If truth be told,
it doesn't matter though.
It does matter. He's not lying on a lot of shit he's saying. He's telling the truth.
But see, the problem is this, man. Everybody know that black women spend a lot of goddamn money, and that's the reason. And see, people think that it's feminist or it's more of a no. It's about the money.
Exactly.
If we sit and watch TV as much as black women did, they'll be catering our asses. The reason why they don't, because they sit there, watch more TV, and they spend all the goddamn money. And to be honest with you, a lot of black men are the ones who are funding them to spend the money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the truth. It ain't a matter of them, because I guarantee you, man, if they saw black men spending a bunch of money and watching certain shows and so forth, I guarantee you they'll start doing stuff to cater to you to spend more money. The problem is black men ain't spending all that money on that kind of shit.
I've heard it was a theory. I don't know if it's ever been confirmed, but they said the reason why you have so many black men on ESPN was that when you look at the unemployment rate for a lot of black men, that because they're unemployed, a lot of them spent time watching ESPN in their free time, and that was how they catered to them.
Exactly. And that's because they watching, and you already know there's a large percentage of black men, particularly in urban area, they love buying sports paraphernalia. Period. So they're gonna cater to what you like to do.
So that's why you got all the Chris Broussards and Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp.
Exactly. And they're gonna continue to, as long as we continue to. They're gonna cater to your spending habits and the way you watch TV. You know, if we wanted, I guarantee you, if black men decided to watch Fox News more, I guarantee you start seeing black hosts on Fox News. I don't care how racist Fox News is. If they saw a 30% increase in black men watching Fox News, shit, I guarantee you're gonna start seeing some black co-hosts coming up there. No matter if they conservative or whatever, I guarantee they'll start putting some more black faces. You know, that's just how the game is.
Yeah, so that's why I said it'll be interesting to watch and see if he keeps this message or if he tones it down some, if he continues to get bigger.
He's going to tone it down, but the bottom line is this, man, and I said this on other shows. The problem with Kevin Samuels is that he's 52, 53 years old, I think, and he is in a young man's. He's doing younger people topics at 50 years old, and it's not going to resonate if he's on TV or some other thing like that. It's not going to resonate as well. If he's trying to get on TV, which I think, because of his fashion and shit, he would do good maybe on radio, XM radio or something like that. I think he could maybe prosper in that. But if he's trying to do like TV, which I think he's trying to get on TV, it won't do well.
Yeah, no, that is true when you mentioned that, because I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, you don't see many, men in their 50s talking about game and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
when you're in your 50s as a man, you're usually approaching the pinnacle or at the pinnacle of your career, whatever you do as a profession. You're a leader in that space, and that's usually what occupies your time versus,
And the women are going to say, who is this guy wearing these dark suits telling us what to do? Notice, man. Notice on YouTube, a lot of the women perceive Kevin Samuel as an attractive, well-groomed guy, right? For the most part, they like the way he dressed. They think he's a fairly attractive guy. But when he went viral, even on some of these other people that watch World Star Hip Hop and other content, they actually didn't think the same. They actually spoke very negative of how they felt he looked. They didn't have the same reaction that more of the females on YouTube would of Kevin Samuel.
Yeah, I thought he even got some of that in this space, in the sense of other people talking about him wearing a suit and that means he was gay and this and that, and I was like that doesn't even make sense at all.
Yeah, but I'm talking about his physically. There were women that physically said they thought he was ugly. The women on World Star Hip Hop, the women that complained about him on World Star Hip Hop, and O'Shea Duke Jackson did a video on that. 2 women, mother and daughter, said that they thought he was ugly. And who was he to talk about black women and looking the way he looked?
Dang.
I'm just being honest with you. And that is very, very consistent with other black women that are in the same position as them. They would have thought the same way. I'm just being honest.
No, I didn't know that. Like I said, I haven't followed it too much. I just heard people say he was blowing up, and I just assumed he had gotten into I didn't know it was like World Star. I just assumed like the greater manosphere, outside the black space had taken notice.
Kevin has went to a level. Kevin Samuel has blown up in social media, meaning he owned, like you said, Twitter. He even blew up on Twitter. And he blew up on Facebook. He basically has blown up on World Star Hip Hop, YouTube, and Twitter, and also on maybe YouTube, of course. and maybe Facebook. He got a little people saying some little stuff about him on Facebook, but it's mainly World Star Hip Hop, Twitter, and YouTube for the most part. But the thing about it is he more? Let me tell you someone who has resonated mainstream. That guy that Roy Jones want to fight and box against. Paul, whatever his name is, that guy is mainstream.
Paul, I'm trying to think.
Mayweather is trying to have a fight with him. He wants to have a exhibition fight with that guy. That guy about to make some money out that fight. If he fight Mayweather in an exhibition, this guy gonna get 10, 15, 20 million dollars to do it. That's exposure. That's hitting the mainstream. Those guys that were on when you had what's that guy that did the MTV Wildin' Out?
Nick Cannon.
When Nick Cannon had those two guys that did the comedy stuff that was on there all the time on that, they hit mainstream. Yeah. The two brothers that do the little comedy skits and stuff. That was mainstream. Huh?
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, them two brothers, they always do comedy skits and stuff on YouTube. They mainstream. Another guy that's mainstream. You remember 50 Cent had that comedy sketch show that didn't work out, and he used a lot of people from Instagram.
No, go ahead. I think I remember it vaguely.
Yeah, because the show didn't do that well. It lasted 3 weeks, and then maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and they canceled it. But see, that's what I'm saying. Just because you hide on social media and shit, that don't mean you're gonna be hide on TV on television. That's two different things. What's up, Tiff? Tiffany. Hey, Tiff, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Hello.
Well, what's up? C-Rock wanted to know what you thought about him debating against TC. He wanted to know what was your position on it. What did you think about the whole ordeal?
Oh gosh, I was sitting there with my mouth open because both I consider friends of mine, and I didn't know what to say. I have to admit though, I do 100% fully agree with C-Rock's point and position about Don's broke ass, because I found out later that Don was offered employment. He was one of the members. I don't know if you guys know Black Savage. His sister owns a employment agency, and Don can get paid cash in hand daily. And he reached out and got that resource for Don. Don's response was, "Nah, I'd rather just get cash apps." He don't want to work. So everything that everything that C-Rock was saying was 100% on the money. We got to stop coddling these grown ass men. This man is pushing 50 years old with his hand out. No, that's out. That's out.
So you mean to tell me this grown ass man turned down a job?
Yes, Black Savage. He is the one who brought that out on Flacco's live earlier today. And I remember him mentioning his sister. She has a employment agency where she paid day laborers by the day. You can go sign up, and it's in any city. And he had a connection in the city where Don was, and they would have paid Don cash on hand for every day he worked. And he refused that resource. He refused.
Wow, that's incredible. That is. I don't even know what to say about that.
So now, it behooves me while people are sending this man money. He's comfortable where he's at, and that doesn't make sense to me.
But I think you could make that argument, honestly, D. Darrell, about a lot of these people on YouTube. They'd much rather do this than like get a real job.
You damn right, and that's how sad their asses is, and that's the thing about it. And when somebody tries to tell them better, they don't want to listen. But you want to. I'm like, everybody's not meant to be a YouTube superstar. That's just like somebody thinking I'm gonna make it to the NBA. You may have to play in the European League or something. You may not be able to make it.
Especially if you're talking about being in like an entertainment type of space. Like, it's one thing if you have like a channel like a Marquez Brownlee or something like that who's doing review on technology and constantly doing reviews on new products. Because then people are just listening for your opinion, and you have companies sending products. But when you have people in this entertainment type of space, it's just like this you're not going. You're like a pop record on the radio. You're going to be hot for X number of weeks, and then people are going to move on to the next thing.
Exactly. What's up, Chaos Rain? Chaos Rain.
Hello?
What's up, Chaos?
Hello? Good. What's good, man? What's good?
What's up?
So this open panel, I guess you're talking about, I'm not sure it's Omar again. I'm not sure what reviews that we have to discuss this week.
We're talking about a little bit of everything going on Black YouTube, whether it's Kevin Samuel. We talked about that. We're talking about, YouTube was trying to make it mainstream, talking about some Umar stuff. We kind of going a little bit over anything in Black YouTube.
I mean, if they're going to go mainstream, they better go now and fast while they still have the opportunity here on YouTube before they do any more serious change where they eventually push us out of the YouTube altogether. I have other outlets, to be honest with you, bro, besides YouTube. Me coming into this a little late to the party, so I'm not sweating it if people or whatever YouTube does to change up to really, push people out, because people on the average coming to make money, lots of money. But the problem is, that opportunity was missed 7 years ago. Yeah. So, like I said, if you're not going to try to reach to that level, you actually waste your time on YouTube at this point, as a person, as a content creator, because you only go so far depending on how YouTube allows you. And what I mean by allows you, they allow you by one or two things. One, you have to be innovative. You're going to have to be keep your attention more than 5 seconds. You have to do all this just to grow an audience, keep an audience. You get me? So I'll leave it there.
I was going to ask you, Chaos, what do you foresee? Because I've heard, you foresee them basically pushing small, like making it where it's just kind of a celebrity type of platform and pushing all YouTubers out, or are you just talking about the algorithms?
Well, we can't say what they're trying to push. We already see it already. If you think about it, the people that started doing channels years ago, besides us Black folks here, the ceiling is very limited. You get me? Hell, the person that runs YouTube said that they're gonna give more homage or respect and do more for people that are so-called minorities on YouTube. If you had to announce that this year, months ago this year, that tells you have been suppressing a lot of actual content creators that were so-called non-white on YouTube for a good long time. Imagine if there was no suppression and how they affect us with the algorithm. Us would be right now in thousands subs, watch time, you name it. But as you know, when you talk about things that's either important, boring, or something, it should not affect your growth on your YouTube. That's what I'm saying.
Even when they do that, they're going to be very selective on what they allow to rise to the top.
Exactly.
It's just like Hollywood. It's just like Hollywood if you think about it, But it's expected because this is the white people shit. We don't control the shit, Yeah. If we control it, we control the ceiling, how far we go. Think about this. Even when I came across D. Durrell and I hear that he's defending Omar Johnson, that's cool. I didn't know he has so much people that create channels and making money off another black man that's trying to build a school. I didn't know that shit exists until I came around D. Durrell. And I'm thinking, say, how is a man that, I'm not sure if he's talented, but doesn't really bring nothing tangible, anything innovative for people to grow, but talk about another black man, what he's trying to do, what trying to accomplish. Who does that? Where does that exist in society?
It exists.
That's an excellent point. That is an excellent point.
It only exists on YouTube. Just like, remember D. said about David Carroll. I saw some of David Carroll stuff. He has some good stuff. But imagine he didn't have YouTube. How relevant David Carroll will be right now? We got to ask these serious questions. You get me?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, this is the only space that will allow certain information to come by and push. As long as attacking the black man, it's all good. It's all great. Because it's the number one thing, a warfare. You have to attack the opposite sex. And we all know once you get rid of the men, I could get access to the children. I could abuse the women as much as possible. It's like clockwork. So if you think about the little channels that still exist on YouTube, if I want to do research, which I waste my time, but if I count how many times when people talk bad about certain sex, I've noticed some of them don't even get the same pushback, no flagging, none of that stuff. But when I see when others do it, it's a problem. So I look at it and say, okay, this is a platform that's a fair space that if you put out content, if you be respectful, you should let through. But if you're granting permission for certain groups of people to do what they want, no punishment, no pushback, that tells you that's an agenda. An agenda is to cause confusion and disunity amongst a population of people that already don't like each other from the start.
Okay. So
yeah, I was gonna say
Black Dave-
D-Darrell, David Carroll's a good example of what I was getting at with Kevin Samuels, in the sense of, you know, he pretty much has to do like a preview video, and then he has to do like rabbit holes, and even the site that they use got taken down at one point. They put it
Yep.
back up though.
But David Carroll do the nature of the shit, he's a little extreme. I mean, I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched a little bit of David Carroll back in 16, late 15, 16. I wasn't really a fan of somebody always talking negative about black people, you know. So
No, his videos can be hit or miss. Some of them can be good, and then some of them can be like dang.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm talking about I'm talking about David Carroll from the beginning. I've been knowing about David Carroll since 15, 16. So,
I've listened. Yeah, no, I've listened as well since probably around maybe even 15. Yeah, around that time.
yeah, David Carroll was saying some crazy stuff, man. Calling people monkeys and shit and all that. And I'm like, nah, man, I can't listen to you. You know, go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say, in the sense of you know, that's what I was kind of thinking with the Kevin Samuels thing, is that if his mess, if he blows up like that, you're gonna have people coming to take down his channel like that as well. If you start saying that kind of negativity, especially about black women.
But right now, because of where he's at, they're not just gonna take his channel down. They're not
gonna take it. See, let me tell you how
he's making YouTube a lot of money.
Well, it's more than that. You gotta understand D-Darrell. The way how he structured his shows, YouTube has a grant what he's doing. Because if we remember, you gotta understand, one of the things that they'll penalize you is for using race, specific base. If you're talking about certain people, they will punish you with a shadow ban. If you talk a certain way back and forth where it is unworthy for teenagers listen, they will punish you for that. The point is this: how he marketed himself on YouTube was a genius, because now he's able to keep the exponential growth without messing with the algorithm to the point where they have to sit there and now say, okay, we gotta look into you. And not only doing that, he's making money, because the money will not come in unless you're being respectful to the algorithm. And like I said, YouTube is a very useful tool if you know how to use it properly.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? You got to be very codified to get the best outcomes.
They got people who,
if you know the language and then people know what you're talking about, your ceiling of growth is very limited.
They got people who have 1 million subscribers who are not making $3,000 a show. That's what Kevin is making per show on a good night. $3,000, over $3,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, remember, men and women pay it. So you know, I
was gonna say to Black Abe's comment, I thought they were already taxing YouTube.
Yeah.
I thought someone was saying they do send you a 1099 if you have a channel and it's monetized.
Yeah. If they send you a 1099, that's not going to be on your Cash Apps. That's going to be on your AdSense money. You have to show that you got those Cash Apps yourself. The Cash App money is something that you're supposed to report on your own. But what they report is, what YouTube reports is the AdSense and the Super Chat money. They take 30% of that, and then they give you 70%.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
You know, the funny thing you mentioned Cash App, you have to make a certain amount of money Cash App for them. I think now they send you something now. If you making like $1,000.
If you make over $500, you need to report.
Yeah.
Which he's making it easily. So
yeah. Yeah, because normally if he's tax based, he has a report. But usually Cash App does give you what do you call those little what do you call the thing for the taxing? They do the same that.
Yeah.
They do the same that.
So Tiffany, you there?
Yes,
Tiffany,
sir,
there?
I am. I'm right here. Yes.
Okay, so my question, I wanted to get back on because I didn't hear the whole thing in entirety. I saw the beginning aspects of it, and I saw maybe before it actually really got into it. So what is your relationship with? I mean, are you still doing content panels with TC right now? You kind of
I have not had a chance to. I don't have any ill feelings towards fam. I don't. But I'm just 100% disagreement with him supporting Don. And he knows it. I mean, we may disagree, on this one thing, but that don't mean I hate him. I don't have any ill feelings towards him. I can't fucking stand Don. Because apparently, and this is something else you may not know, he went in on his little bitch ass illiterate YouTube channel, and somebody came in with
YouTube channel.
Oh, he got his own channel now. Yeah, right.
Oh wow.
So somebody came in under a fake account. Now you and I both know in these YouTube streets, people do lie and make up fake accounts. They'll have a Darrell and a Tiff, and somebody came in and asked Don to get an ID. And he said, that ain't nobody but Tiff. She ain't nothing but a bozo. Fuck Tiff. I'm at work, a thing called the job, which is something that Don don't know shit about. I was sitting at a thing called the desk, and my phone started to ring saying Don had me in his mouth. So I logged in and I went in backstage. I'm waiting for him to pull me on. Like, what is it that you got to say about me that you can't say, directly to me? He left me backstage and brought everybody else in and never added. So I cussed his ass out on Flacco's channel. I don't appreciate that. Like, first of all, if you have anything to say to me, motherfucker, say it to my face. Say it, or not to my face, but say it to my YouTube avatar. Bring me on your show, because I only mentioned Don one time, and that was that night on TC's Live when he first came on. I addressed him then, and since then, I ain't mentioned dude. I don't have nothing to say because I said all I had to say to him directly. Now he gonna call me names and call me a bozo. This motherfucker can't even spell bozo. This bozo sleeps in a bed at night in her own home. This fool is sleeping from pillar to post and would rather have his hat in his hand begging for money on YouTube and Cash App rather than to get a job. So I don't think he's in any position to call me anything. You can call me a lot of things, but you can't call me broke.
I'm gonna have to do more, because I never had any interaction with. I was on TC one time when Don popped in and popped out, and he was going in on talking about Umar owed me $3,500 and all this different stuff. So I was really like, how to I don't know what to say. To me, I was at the time didn't know what to say about him. And I just wanted to see what his character how he would function throughout getting this attention on YouTube. And to me, the proof is in the pudding based on how he's been operating since he did that interview. And all I see is clout chasing going on for some money. He got these people on the other side of the Umar spectrum that gonna give him money. They're gonna pacify him. They're gonna try to get intel from him. No telling what they paying him to get to give them information about what's going on. No telling what Lenore is offering. We don't know what AA is offering. We don't know what Gerald is offering. A matter of fact, if you all check, I saw on Gerald Palmer's platform, he had something about donating this dude some money for all of his subscribers. He was actually marketing or advertising to help this brother out. He's in need.
It's funny that they doing that now, but the day that Don was painting at the school, these same people clowned him. These same people, because Dr. Johnson went live while we were there, and they clowned him. But now he's over here getting his dick sucked from the other side.
Wow.
Okay,
You know,
Tiffany.
I'm calling it a spade. I'm sorry. He bending over and busting it open for linen. Anybody that could pay, long as he ain't got to go punch a clock.
That's what it sounds like.
Damn. She said, Tiffany, the man is busting wide
He
open.
busting it wide open. His bussy is fully
For real,
exposed.
nigga.
His
Oh,
YouTube
shit.
bussy is fully exposed. He'll do whatever it
Black man,
takes.
Black man, if you ever did that, stop it. Do not bust wide open for another man. It's not a good look. What the hell?
Let me give a shout out to Mommy. They said, D Darrell, love your channel. Just found you. Been checking out your content. Appreciate you for coming in, Mommy. Please subscribe and also share. I also want to say what's up to We on Lock Nation. Appreciate you for coming in. And also, he said, wow, we're still talking about broke bum who can't appreciate someone who did something for him. That's amazing. I feel what you're saying, We on Lock Nation, but I just see Don becoming a problem. I mean,
What you mean by that?
I see him, like I said, I see him giving information to these people so that they can do more content and spew more lies. And he gonna do anything. We all know he'll do anything for money.
He'll do anything except get a goddamn job. That's what he'll do. Anything but work an honest day's living. What grown man near 50 years old don't have an ID? Grown ass man. And he was emphatic on TC's live talking about, oh, I would never go and apply for public assistance. Bitch, yes, you are. You're a Cash App public assistant. Okay, you out here begging and bumming from pillar to post with your hat in hand, hoping grown people who get up and go punch their clock every day take the little bit of coins they have just to drop it in your hat so your bitch ass can eat a meal. I'm sorry. I
know you're passionate. I know you're passionate about this.
Hey, D Darrell, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You think once he get his money, he's gonna go away?
No.
What you mean? Elaborate. Unpack.
No, because he gonna milk once. This dude is no different from Lenore. This dude gonna milk this until the well is till it's gone. Till it's no more than milk. If he know that they're gonna be, if let's say Umar gives him the 3,000 he claimed he owe him, right? This guy, we don't know how much these people on the other side are giving. They could be giving him all the cigarette and alcohol money he need, and they can pay for his motel stay.
And his
I'm being honest. I'm being straight up with, if they give this
what? What'd you say, Tiffany?
I said they're gonna give him the cigarette money, the alcohol money, and the meth money. Let's talk about it. Meth, as in methamphetamine.
Wow.
Well, they're gonna give him all of that money. If they give, let's say, for a guy like him, if he get, let's say they give him $200-300 a week, he content with that. He not letting that go, and it's easy money. You mean to tell this guy, like, damn? You mean to tell me I can make money off of YouTube? This is like gold to him. His eyes is wide open. He ain't leaving this. Like I said, I see him.
When you say $200 or $300, and that's your only income.
Yeah, but he's homeless.
I was about to say, wait, you said homeless?
Yeah.
How do you get on YouTube then?
All you do is create
public library.
No, he got a tutor. He have a tutor, and let's keep that person remain nameless. But here's something else I want to address since I'm on a panel full of men's. I got a question for y'all men's up in this panel here. Don admitted by his own admission that when he was going to pick up the money for Dr. Ifa from Dr. Johnson, he had a date later that night. He was out looking for pussy. Don wants some proof. He wants something to drop into. He said that he was disappointed because he didn't get all the money because he had a young lady friend he was going to spend time with. I need to know who's going to pay for the washcloth. Who's going to pay for the baby wipes? Who's going to pay for the bed and the sheets that he planned on busting his broke ass nut on? Because I don't understand how you can be homeless. I'm confused. How can you be homeless and you're out trolling for pussy? Pussy is not for homeless people. Pussy is for men that work.
Well, not in the manosphere. It's not. In the manosphere is any way you could get it.
Wow.
How does your dick get hard if you don't even know where you're gonna lay your head right after you bust? I got a question,
Wow.
men. Y'all talk to me because I don't understand.
But isn't that fair, D. Darrell? As much as that's a topic versus economics and other things in this space.
Thank you. That is a good state. That's a good position to look at. Yeah, Tiffany does have a channel, by the way. Tiff, somebody wants to know you. Put your channel in the chat. You know,
I rarely ever post on it. I'm the African witch bitch. I do my hoodoo thing. You know, I just don't understand. You know, I'm not here for clout. I don't go around doing content or nothing. I just come on y'all's platform. But I just, for the life of me, don't understand how a grown ass man pushing 50 don't have his shit together, but he sure got enough mind to go find some something warm to slide into. That don't make sense to me. I don't get it.
But honestly, that is the mentality of a lot of men in general who don't have anything to show for. That's what they're like. That's what they hang their hat on.
And then, but the thing about it, they have suitors though.
Yep.
Obviously, Tiff, he was looking for somebody that was, was willing.
Wow.
It's juicy.
Oh, hi, C-Rock. I answered your question about that Darrell asked me about that TC and you.
Reiterated. Tiff, go ahead. Reiterate.
No, I was just saying that both of you guys are cool to me, but I 100% and fully agree with what you said about Don. I don't know if you know this, C-Rock, but he turned down employment. He was offered a job and said no, hit the Cash App instead.
Oh, really?
Yes, this was a job for a day laborer that Black Savage, his sister owns an employment agency, and he had a plug, and he said, hey, I got a plug for you, and you can work one day and get paid the same day for what you work. And Don completely shut it down and said, no, if you could just hit the Cash App, that would be great.
Wow.
Yeah, so we need to cancel Don then. Somebody got to put that information out there so people know that this man had an absolute opportunity to get a full-time or part-time job and he refused it, and then we could just put him to sleep.
Hey, I feel you on that. I mean, to me, I was going to do content on him. I was just waiting to see how things were going to develop with him because it was, you know what I'm saying? It was such a mystery that the fact that this shit came out, I had a bad feeling from it from the start. When he started, because remember he came on TC and he was saying what he was old and all this stuff. So I didn't want to comment on it. I just wanted to see how things were going to develop. But he needs to be canceled. And to me, I'm looking at it like this. I don't think it's productive for us to have him on anybody's channel.
Right. We shouldn't even be talking about him no more.
Right. The only channel he goes on is TC's and the other side. That's it. C-Rock don't bring him on his show. D. Darrell, you don't bring him yours. Right. So that's it. The only outlet he have, and now he started his little illiterate channel, his little broke ass channel. Now he's getting, content on there. And from what he say, he's going to bring more employees of Dr. Johnson forward. That was the last jewel he dropped.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, y'all, listen to me. First of all, let me say one thing, right? Okay. Tiff, I appreciate you giving side hooks and side kicks to fucking TC while I was tearing the fucking pieces. Thank you for that. I enjoyed your sucker punches every once in a while. You jumped in and fucked him up from the side. Thank you so much. I was trying not to laugh while you was fucking him up with me. And it was amazing. But I do, going forward, I don't want to be on any panels with TC because now I see what his agenda is. It's not for the school, it's just now so he can build up his own channel. I'm very clear on that. He kept saying the same thing over and over again. Did you notice that, Tiff? He kept saying the same shit over and over again, which means he had no argument. He's just trying to protect the fact that he brought a bum into fucking YouTube mediocre stardom. and now he's trying to protect his creation. This guy's Frankenstein. He gave birth to a bum ass Frankenstein, and now this guy is trying to do what the fuck he can. He's the Bums Going Wild segment on YouTube. Let me tell you something. This guy, yo, I'm serious, Tim. Yo, I'm trying not to. Y'all know me now. See, this is why I did pre-recordings, because the real me is a wild motherfucker, man. That's how I got big so fast without using YouTube. I wasn't even on YouTube when I was doing my music and shit. I got big from word of mouth. So, but I'm happy that you guys can get to know me better, though. So I don't regret anything I did. I don't want you guys to think that. But I was definitely trying to hold off the real me to when I launched my my lives and shit, which is January. I'm going to start doing my lives, and it's going to turn my channel up even more. But I just want to say, TC was very toxic with the way he brought Don into this situation, and he was not trying to admit it, but the facts are there. And anybody who don't believe he's being toxic, they're just people who just want to see Dr. Johnson destroyed. So that's all I'm saying. But thank you, Tiff, for helping me whoop his ass. I was already killing the motherfucker. Like, he was in the casket. I'm like, Tiff, he's in the casket. Chill, Tiff. And Tiff's beating his ass in the casket.
So what did Flacco think?
Flacco, this was Flacco's whole argument. Yo, man, he's homeless. Like, fuck that. He ain't no fucking home. If you can talk shit homeless, then fuck you. If you're humble and homeless, I would not do that to you. He's the most unhumble homeless nigga in America right now. I don't have no sympathy for him. Like, nigga, you have nothing. Why are you being arrogant and cocky?
Man. Y'all raw.
No, D Durrell, you know I was crazy before they did, because I went live on your channel before anybody else's. When I went at it with drama, you already knew that C-Rock.
Yeah,
he will go to the left quick.
And we did the panel thing. And it went
right.
Out.
So you knew me before anybody else did. So you shouldn't be surprised that everybody else is surprised because they got their first taste. But you got the taste.
I was taken aback. How long you know TC though, C-Rock?
I ain't know that motherfucker past YouTube.
How long
I probably knew him. Yeah, I think I saw him when he got on Flacco's channel, and I knew that he was like, oh shit, motherfuckers are seeing me on Flacco shit. I gotta do something. And then all of a sudden now we have Don. Bullshit.
But
bullshit.
Yo, man, you and TC, talking, man, y'all really be mixing it up, man. Y'all do good content when y'all go back and forth, you know?
No, motherfucker, it ain't us, it's me. If he don't fucking argue with me, he's not relevant. You gotta argue with me to be relevant. Now he wants to argue with me because he's like, oh, this shit right here, motherfuckers is talking C-Rock versus TC. Motherfucker, we don't even know what you look like. You're Phantom. Anybody who comes out and don't show their face to the black community, that's an insult. That's an insult before you even get your introduction done. If you don't respect the black community enough to show what you look like, then that's an insult right there. So he already came in the game shady. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Flacco kept dropping all of these bombs, and TC's like, damn, I gotta do something for my channel. And then Don was what he thought was a brilliant idea, and it was horrible. I don't want to be on a panel with him. Anytime TC pop on a panel, you're gonna see my icon disappear. I'm giving him no more airtime.
The problem with Don, man, is that Don is, like I said, man, I see Don working for the opposing team. That's my thing. You know, that was my problem with Don. You know, because I see Don being easily manipulated through somebody giving him $10, $15, and he'll say whatever they want them to say. And you got people wanting to donate, doing GoFundMe. I mean, I saw Gerald Palmer thing. He had a GoFundMe thing or something talking about donate to the dude. I'm like, what?
They need to donate. They need to go donate to Gerald Palmer's bum ass. They need to go donate to him.
And then I saw Gerald Palmer doing a GoFundMe.
Hold up. Let me give you some exclusive shit, right? The lawsuit against I don't even think this shit's gonna ride, but the lawsuit against Dr. Johnson, they mentioned me and said that I was Flacco's handler.
What?
Yeah, they said I'm his handler.
How is that?
They
Right.
mentioned me too.
How?
They said
How,
I was his
Sway?
handler too. They mentioned me in the lawsuit. Apparently, I handled
Yeah,
Flacco.
they
and
did. They
T-Rock
did.
handled him.
So they suing for what?
That's a good
Money.
question. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you what he's suing for.
What are they suing for?
Maybe Gerald needs some more. I think Gerald needs some more G-strings.
I mean, this shit don't make no sense for what I'm hearing. This shit don't make no sense,
He
man.
needs to enlarge. He needs to enlarge his G-string collection.
This shit don't make no sense, man. I'm just listening to y'all, man. This shit don't make no sense. Like,
I'm the mastermind. They said I was the mastermind because I guess I got the biggest platform, right? So I'm the mastermind. I gave birth to Flacco, and I'm his handler. I encourage him. I'm his enabler. This is hilarious, yo. When I saw, yo. Matter of fact, they showed the picture that I'm showing y'all right now. They got that in the lawsuit. And the grounds that they are suing on have no legs whatsoever. And if you read it, right, when you read it, no judge is gonna read that shit with a straight face. The judge is gonna laugh hard. Even if they're racist, they're gonna be rolling like, these Negroes are out of control. Like, we really have no worries for these Negroes because they're gonna take each other out.
This is ridiculous, man.
If Bussy Palmer wanted a new G-string, he should have just said it. He had that on his Christmas list. If he wanted a licorice G-string, he should have just said it. I wasn't gonna buy it, but at least he would have been honest.
Man, y'all.
If you want to praise the Lord, with a licorice G-string on, then that's it. That's his relationship with the Lord. Then, you know, I'm gonna tell you, the Lord ain't trying to hear his praise if he got a licorice G-string on. But if he think the Lord gonna hear his praise with a licorice thong on, then hey, go for it, bro. But guess what? Whether they like it or not, them holy scriptures say that he gonna end up in hell. So I hope his licorice G-string is fireproof.
Shit. We on Lock Nation say worldwide need to be president.
Yeah, he is the president of the homeless community. He is the homeless mayor. Yes, he has started a new matter. It's Homeless Lives Matter.
I'm Heiku says, don't forget about the ice cream sandwich co-conspirator.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but
you know the ice cream sandwich. Come on, you know what that means.
I'm not paying these clowns no mind, bro. I know you doing your thing. I ain't hating.
No, they're referring to the fact that in the indictment they had pictures. First of all, I don't know what judge gets an indictment with motherfucking YouTube clips and pictures and shit, but they had a picture of Dr. Johnson eating the ice cream.
Wow.
Like literally in the legal paperwork. Like literally.
Yeah. Yo, T, he was violently eating an ice cream sandwich. Like, what the fuck is going on, yo? This is a joke. Violently. He chewed the ice cream sandwich violently.
But why AAS ain't talking about the lawsuit she has and the money she owe people?
Right.
No one talk about those things. Several lawsuits.
She don't want to talk about that. She don't want to talk about being white and being a white racist and trying to use her little 15% of black blood in her to try to sneak into the black community and act like she somehow cares. If she did, she'd be speaking on more than Dr. Johnson. She don't speak on pedophiles. She don't speak on the racist rhetoric in the news. She don't speak on how there's over 1 million black women totally like MIA, and we believe it's because of organ trafficking. She don't talk about that. She talks about how she believes that these black people who are being brutalized by officers deserve it. That's what she talks about. And people still think everything she's all right. She's all right with the world though.
But if she's an anti-fraud warrior, she should be leading a damn brigade on Lennon's front lawn. Didn't he fraud those people out of that cancer scam for his son?
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. She really cared about fraud? She would be roasting Lennon's old fraud ass. Did he swear that his son was sick and pulled on the heartstrings of all them people into the tune of thousands of dollars?
$10,500. He
Exactly.
needed $9,500. He actually got $1,000 over that amount. And once they found out that the I guess whatever it was malignant, he didn't get the money back. He kept that money. So he didn't even need the surgery.
But one thing I give Lennon credit for, he might be the biggest little bitch I know, but at least he'll work. He might cry on the way there and cry on the way home, but at least he'll get a job. Don won't even do that.
Right.
True.
Don is now Don King. That's what I call him now, Don King. He's pimping this situation and people don't even realize it. That's why I feel so sorry for my people, because we see what's happening, but we don't know what we're looking at. We're looking at a bum capitalize off of people like me, Dr. Johnson, TCTV. He's capitalizing off of him. Now he's capitalizing off of these other platforms. But our people are, I'm sad to say this, but we're going to have to just sit back and watch our people be devoured. Those who don't have knowledge of self and knowledge of God, we just got to sit back and watch them be devoured. We can't save these people anymore. The days of saving ignorant black people is done. The people that are ignorant have to be devoured now. And sit back and watch it. That's all I'm saying. Sit back and watch it. The people with sense won't be a part of the destruction that's about to occur. This shit is ugly. We are living in the last days. Whether people realize it or not, we're in the last days. So if they want to try to save Don instead of saving their damn children in these last days, then they're going to pay for it. Everybody, just mark my words in this recording. Watch over the next 2 or 3 months. It's about to get crucial. Biden says he wants to put us back in lockdown. In that point in time, in that period of time, I believe they're going to start trying to do mandatory door-to-door vaccinations. And they're going to, because they have a card that they're going to give people that have been vaccinated. That's what let me know that whoever don't have that card are not going to have access to certain parts of society any longer. So mark my words on this show right now. If they don't overturn this election and give it to Trump, and they give it to Biden, he's going to go for mandatory vaccinations because he already said he's for it. And if you don't get these mandatory vaccinations, they're going to tell you that you are no longer welcome into society. Watch and see. And I don't have no problem with that, because I have my own business. If they tell me you can't work for the white man no more, C-Rock, no problem. I still got an income. So I'm not worried about none of this shit. I saw it happening 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I got a vision that this was all happening, and I got a lot of confirmation for what I was seeing in social media with a lot of our leaders. My vision is in line. The vision that I got is in line with a lot of the other leaders' visions that were given. So that's all confirmation. It's gonna get ugly, y'all. Y'all want to worry about Don? Don't worry about Don. There's something coming up around the corner right now. It's coming around the corner. We just can't see it clearly yet because it's around the corner. But once we turn this corner that's coming right now, I'm talking about the next presidential election is, oh my God. People think Trump is bad. Trump ain't bad. Trump is just unapologetically white. And I can't hate on him for that, because I'm unapologetically honest. So this situation, we got a guy who is openly, he is a bigot, and he did admit to be a racist. I respect that. A white man come out and say, I'm racist, but I'm not as racist as the man that I'm running against. If black people don't respect that, like, what else can you say? Motherfuckers like, yeah, I'm racist, but I'm not that racist. I'm not as racist as Biden. But black people like, oh, he said he's racist. You already knew that. We already knew that. Let me stop taking over shows, man. I'm very passionate and charismatic, man. So let me stop. I know y'all are. I know y'all are, because I got something to say, man. But I'm just saying, we disrespected that man for telling us the truth. Not only did he tell on himself willingly, he told on the entire American government. So I appreciate that. He's snitching on his own people. He's telling black people, look, this has been corrupted. I'm just the one to tell you. So I don't want to lose a white man with that kind of honesty. Like, his honesty is crazy. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to go back to, hey, how you doing? Hey, look at the little black baby. And then when the baby leave, little fucking Negro, I don't want to lose this truth that we getting from Trump. I don't want to lose it because no other white man's going to compromise the system like Donald Trump has. People are just slow. I'm not a voter because he's not a righteous man. But if I was a voter, I'm not gonna lie, between him and Biden and the shit that Biden want, he's for. Oh damn, this might go viral. Anyway, Biden is for abortions. I'm not. Trump is against abortions. I'm not fucking with none of that kill baby shit. I'm not. I just can't.
He probably get paid for about 20, 30 of them in his life. Shit.
You talking Biden?
Huh? About
you
Trump.
Said Trump?
Yeah.
Paid for abortions?
Yeah.
Well, listen. If he did pay for them, he paid for them legally. But
so
he's trying to make it illegal though. He's trying to make it illegal. I believe if you don't want a child, you should just not fucking skeeting women everywhere you go, and women shouldn't just let men skeeting them everywhere they go. So I'm for it being illegal. He's using it because it's legal. Now, if they go back and say, all right, it's wrong to do this, then okay, then motherfuckers gonna start being more responsible with their penises and vaginas.
Okay, see,
and that's
do
what
you understand that if they do make abortion illegal, that doesn't stop abortion, that just stops the clean and hygienic way women get them. Because there's girls I've been at the hospital with, C-Rock, that were raped by their uncles. You mean to tell me they should be forced to have that child?
Tiff, listen to me. That is one of the only arguments that people use when it comes to the time of abortion. But the percentage of that happening compared to the percentage of it, people just getting abortions for people that they're not raped by, is way different. I think maybe 3% of the abortions that occur are from incest and incest rape and stuff like that. The totals, like the majority, is just people being irresponsible with their vaginas and penises.
But I don't think it's my place to tell another person what they should do with their body. Whether I agree with abortion or not is not the point. It's not my job to tell you what you to do with your body, and it's not your job to tell me what to do with mine. If you really want to stop children, a whole bunch of men should just get vasectomies. But nobody want to talk about that. They just want to regulate what women do.
No. You got to be very careful with that, Tiff. Because when you say you don't want to tell anybody what to do with their body, nobody's telling them what to do with their body. We're just saying you shouldn't kill babies. That's nothing to do with your body.
One might argue that it's not a baby. If I have a cup of sugar and a cup of flour and a cup of eggs, that ain't a cake. That might just, some people might, it just depends. I'm not saying I'm for or against. I'm not going to tell you what I am, but I am pro do what you want with your body, because I'm not finna have anybody telling me what I should do. And you don't know how many women are raped, because a lot of times rapes go unreported because of the stigma surrounding them. So it may be 3%, it may be 30%. You wouldn't know that. And it's not your business to know either.
Okay, but if you're losing 30% of blood in your head, 70% of blood out of your stomach, you got to go to where most of the blood is leaving and deal with that body part first, and then you deal with the other body part that's losing less blood. So what I'm saying to you is this: please don't get caught up in that shit like that, because what you just said was it's not a baby. That's a lie. Do you know how much sperm? You know how much it's probably 1 million sperm cells, 10 million sperm cells, or 100. Some people say 100 million sperm cells every time a man ejaculates into a woman. That one cell that made it to the egg, it had to swim. So it was alive before it even had a shape. When it was just a little tadpole, it was beat a baby. Over 100. No, listen to me. When it was a sperm cell, it beat over 100 million other sperm cells to make it to this earth. So how the hell can you kill something that just won a race of that magnitude and say that it doesn't matter? That's ridiculous. If I told you,
I just said that if that child is born, how much money are you going to pay to support it? Because we have a whole slew. I'm sorry.
You said that nobody should be able to tell you what to do with your body. We're not telling women what to do with their bodies. We're telling them that if you have a child, you should be ready to bring that child forth and not murder it, because for some reason you might have a career that you want to keep, or you might want to stay in college You should have thought about that before it happens. I'm not talking about rape.
It's not your place to judge. It's not my I don't even
It
owe
ain't
you
a
an
judgment.
explanation. It is a judgment.
As a man,
I don't owe you an explanation on what I do
it's
if
not
I
an
find out I'm pregnant.
explanation.
It is an explanation if you're telling me I'm
No,
wrong
it's
because I
not.
want to keep my career.
Me as a man, it's in my nature to protect children. So
Then if that's the
I
case,
don't care.
we have a whole bunch of black children that, and if every church in America adopt one black kid, we wouldn't have no black kids in the system.
Yeah, but you don't know if that's not about to happen. You don't know what people are working on and organizing for. People are definitely looking at these orphanages, and we're realizing that homosexuals are taking most of these children, and we have to stop it. So we're already working on that. There's different avenues. I just don't talk about it on my channel, but there's other think tanks that are going on where we are trying to stop these adopted children from going to homosexual couples. Maybe 70% of the orphans go to homosexual couples at this time, and that's a scary thing. That's a very scary thing.
Well, abortion is going to happen whether it's legal or illegal. Mommy is right. I agree with her. It's going to happen whether it's legal or illegal. C-Rock, there's no way you can stop it.
No. Well, if it does happen, guess what? Put her in jail. If you got enough nerve to stick a hanger in your vagina, you need to be locked the fuck up. I'm not defending any of it.
C-Rock, we're going to have to water down the language on that.
No, I'm saying if some woman does that, they need to go to jail.
I know, but that's a bit too graphic.
All right, yeah, that was a little, but you understand what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I hear you.
It needs to be punished. If it happens, it needs to be punished. That's all I'm saying. We can't do this. I have a right to do what I want with my body. I have a right to get pregnant as many times as I want and get rid of the baby. And you know what's crazy? They get rid of the baby, but they keep the man that don't give a damn about him.
C-Rock, are they getting pregnant by themselves?
The baby when the baby is gonna love you more than the man that actually mistreated you?
Are they
how do you get rid of the baby and then keep the man?
C-Rock, there would be no baby without you. I can't get pregnant without you. Am I getting pregnant by myself?
No, you're not getting pregnant by yourself.
So if the woman goes to jail, the man should go to jail for leaving her. If a woman should go to jail for getting a back alley abortion, any man that walks out on a woman when she's pregnant should go to jail.
No, he shouldn't go to jail. He should be paying for the life that he created. That's not a crime to leave a woman. It's a crime not to take care of the child that you made with her. So he should financially be punished and make sure that he's held accountable financially. But no, you don't go to jail for leaving a woman after you have a baby with her, but you should be charged with taking care of the child.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Who's this?
Yeah. I mean, Chaos, let me say this. In regards to the baby that's about to come to this world or be terminated, my question I should ask most dudes that why you would stay with a woman that deliberately kill your seed? I don't understand that psychology.
Yo, you're absolutely
she
right.
Goes on, and the reason why I'm bringing this up because the reason I'm saying is because already she already shows that she don't see nothing, any future with you, or see that she want to carry on that little legacy that you put into her.
Right.
So that is a form of biggest disrespect, insult. I know of a brother told me that this is like years ago, how he was so stressed out because the girl that he cared about, right, went behind his back while he knowing and killed his unborn child. I think it was a son or daughter, one of them. And he just left her. They didn't want nothing to do with her after that. And he was on, I think he was on drugs ever since. I don't know if but he told me that story, and that's why he's so stressed out now, because he said that, she took some away from him. Okay, he really want to be a father.
Yo, let me keep it 100 with y'all, right? Let me tell you what happened to me. I had a woman who had an abortion without my permission. That woman stole something from me that I could never get back.
Were you married to her?
The first time that I knew I was a father, in the same, I think 7 days later, when I found out that I was a father, I had realized that she got rid of my first child. Yo, you know how long it took me to get over that?
Were you married to her? Were you married to her?
No, but shit, I was about to marry her. But when she told me she got rid of the baby, right? When she told me she got rid of the baby, my heart was crushed, man. It was crushed because I was gonna make myself grow up and take care of that. But I thought she was lying. And instead of showing me the test that she was pregnant, she showed me the abortion paperwork. So I never felt right with abortion.
Well, see,
thank you.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I've been there and all that stuff, but I gotta let a lot of black people know, y'all be doing things backwards. Y'all make babies and then expect people to stay and say, hey, let's have families, or y'all say I'm pregnant and I expect that's gonna keep that man. It's not how it doesn't work like that. I'm not contractually.
Are you a black person?
I am a black person. I'm BMT. I am.
Okay, you sound like you wasn't black the way you just said that, but go ahead.
No, actually, see, I see how. Oh man, luckily I'm on D Darrell's channel today. But regardless of that, listen, black people, y'all got an issue with y'all do things backwards when it comes to family. Y'all like making babies, and you do sound like C-Rock. You sound like somebody from the Manosphere. So no offense to you. You sound like one of those dudes from the Manosphere.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even entertain that. But I'm saying you're speaking about all of black people, and it's only a portion of black people that do this.
Oh no, Black America is very well known for making kids, but not making families. That's almost a pastime of Black America these days. That's why
I know, but don't.
No. I didn't say nothing when you spoke. I didn't say nothing when you spoke. Now I'm speaking.
Yeah, because I didn't say nothing to harm black people.
You're right. I'm gonna say black people, but when people come over here, they have a certain way of how they look at Black Americans. We're not looked at as family-oriented people. We're looked at as making babies and materialistic people. In other words, just because somebody has a baby by you doesn't mean that they belong to you. So because somebody got pregnant by you, or you knocked up somebody, don't believe that man belongs to you. Black people don't ever do anything called investment. In other words, I see the female, we start working things out, we start making a contractual committed agreement on building something. Now we feel like, okay, let's talk about legacy. Making a kid don't mean I owe you shit. And I'm telling you something from somebody who lost 2 kids. Like, that doesn't mean that wasn't my woman. She still belonged to the streets. If I really wanted her to be my woman, I would have put a ring on her, and we would have actually started building a family. And then after the 1 or 2 years, then we would say, okay, let's talk about kids. We got too many oops babies out in this world already. And actually, I think that's why a lot of the black communities today, they're not even trying to have kids like that. Why? Because they're like, well, shit, what's the longevity that you're going to stay with me or ride it out with me? You got a lot of dudes who want to be daddy because their daddy wasn't in their life. A lot of mommies, they got doggone daddy or mommy issues because they see how it's fucked up the family is. This is something that we honestly got documented down in DSMs, textbooks, hell, right there in even documentaries. This ain't no, and honestly, we keeping the cycle going. I listened to a lot of stuff y'all are saying, but I didn't hear that too much of y'all are talking about. Anybody up here married? Is anybody up here married?
I'm married.
Okay, so me and D Darrell.
Marriage is only paperwork.
Oh, see that right there, D Darrell? You see that right there? Marriage is only paperwork. But y'all talking about holistically holding accountability. But y'all don't want to have the accountability of running the household as men, as women. Literally, accountability. D-Darrell, can you say that kind of shit to your woman? Hey, this is only paperwork, so technically I'm not, I don't got to, have the kids, but I don't need to marry. Listen, these days, nobody ain't going to get into shit unless there's no type of paperwork down there guaranteed that, listen, you fuck up, then I got your ass. Now, I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm trying
to let you talk, but I want to respond to what you're saying. I'm being very humble right now. Can I respond to what you just said?
Go ahead.
All right. When I said it was all paperwork, I just mean that's all legalities. Like, as far as if something happens to you, that all of your funds and your property will be passed to your wife. But other than that, it's nothing more than that. Like, if you really love a woman, you don't need a ring to prove that. When we was in slavery, brother, nobody had no ceremony. There was no rings. They jumped over a broom. And that was a symbol, and that was a ceremony to say that I'm gonna be here for you until I die. So this shit, this modern day shit is about taxes, it's about inheritance, it's not. It has nothing to do with no commitment. It's just putting your shit on paper. So if anything happens to either party, that things will be, transferred respectfully without any kind of disputes in court. That's all. That's all I meant by that. Go ahead.
Okay. So when we hear that talking point about marriage and paperwork, first of all, y'all don't understand how legacy works. That's what I'm saying. That's why white men always be robbing black people so easily, just like Lil Wayne's ass, because y'all don't get y'all. It's the power's in your name. If you don't got no name, you don't got no power. Your baby mama don't got no damn power in the courtroom for what that white man giving. But if she's under your name, that's power because she's under your authorization of power. But again, that child belongs to her. Until you claim her and that child, that's not technically under you unless they acknowledge it, which that happens a lot. That's why I'm saying, like, when it comes to the legacy, the black man don't miss out on that lesson because literally, y'all going off of this paperwork, nigga. I'm going off of legacy. Y'all saying, well, this slavery, no. Listen, let's not use that card. I'm talking about right now. A lot of black people want y'all want that legacy. Y'all want to talk about that land and ownership and all that shit. But y'all don't even want to own your own damn baby mamas and baby daddies. But y'all be talking about ownership and claiming and child support, all that shit. How about y'all start doing accountability and actually start taking care of y'all goddamn fuckery and shit? There's all this stuff about y'all. A condom is only goddamn $1 in the goddamn.
If you think I'm defending that behavior, you're wrong, bro. Everybody knows if you go and listen to a whole bunch of other lives, I always chastise black people for not being responsible about who they choose to be with and all of that. So if you think I'm defending that behavior, you're totally wrong.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name? Who are you?
I'm C-Rock Smooth, brother. I got over 15,000, 16,000 subscribers in the last 6 months on YouTube.
Okay,
so
and I'm BMT. I got over 19. So we can play.
All right, but you ain't getting in 6 months though, and it's not a competition. It's not a competition, brother. It's not a competition.
But I'm just
you made it a competition by bringing up your numbers. I was just simply telling you that I don't support it.
I don't do the numbers. Like I said, but let's not do numbers or let's not do sub. I'm talking to you as a man about legacy and power. You asked me, you said, are you sure you're black? Now, I could have took that as an insult right there because of how I was talking. And you were like, well, but you said you just nothing on your show. You have things that you got to say to black people. Now, I could say, like, well, why you got an angst against black people? But I ain't take it like that. But when you said that, when I said something about your situation, there was, are you sure you black kind of thing. Now, I know we don't watch.
As men, we can still work that out. I was expecting you to say, why did you say that? Or, where'd you get that from? And then I could have told you why I said it. The only reason why I said it is because you said you black people. That's how white people talk to us. You black people need to stop doing this. You black people, you separated yourself from black people. And that's why I said, are you black?
Asians say that to us. Arabs say that to us. Even Africans tell black Americans, you Africans or you African Americans or you black people. Like, trust me, a lot of different groups disassociate themselves from ADOS, FBA. Or wait, first of all, are you ADOS or FBA?
Am I ADOS or FBA?
Mm-hmm.
I'm something greater than that.
Oh shit. Well, but you were talking to us about slavery.
No, right? See, that's what your problem is, brother. That's what your problem is. Instead of you getting an understanding, you don't care about the understanding portion of this conversation. You just want to talk, brother. Listen, all you had to say is, all you had to say is this. All you had to say is, okay, well, if you're something greater, what is that something greater? But you don't want to get an understanding from this conversation. You want to hear yourself talk. That's why this ain't gonna go nowhere, brother.
Oh, no, hold on. First of all, let me show you this. You use the slavery card. That was the descendants of my people about marriage and everything. And then when I asked you, what's your lineage? And I asked you, are you part of that? You said, I'm something greater. So I'm asking you a question. It's like, if you ain't part of that, how are you speaking on that when I take marriage seriously? Dita Rel takes marriage seriously. We understand accountability and stuff like that. So you're just saying that's just a paperwork, but that's something more than just a paperwork to us. So when I asked you about the ADOS or I asked you about FBA, You saying you something greater than that. So I'm trying to figure out what's your angle when you started using the slavery card and you was talking on it. See, I'm just doing the fact check on where you coming from.
Thank you for asking me. Thank you for asking me. Now,
you're right.
I want to answer it. I
Yes,
want to
please.
answer that. So I brought up slavery. I brought up slavery because in traditional non-white society, which is everybody who is not a European or whatever, in traditional non-white society, we don't do paperwork for our marriage, right? We never did that. The reason why white folks introduced the paperwork is simply because they want to know how much money you make and how much money you need to pay at the end of the year as a married couple. It's a business when they brought the paperwork into it. When we got married traditionally before white influence, it was all about love and commitment. They changed that when they made it a business. They made a marriage a business partnership. And that's what I'm trying to get you to see, brother. I'm not trying to condone black people sleeping around with each other loosely and having babies and abortions, and hell no. I'm just saying white folks made it a business so that they can make money off of it, just like they did with child support. It's a business. They get a percentage of every dollar that the father pays in child support. White folks extorted us with this shit. Is all I'm trying to tell you. That's all.
Okay. So let me do that. I'm gonna just talk to you about this. So when it comes to this, and I'm talking a lot of black men and black women, but I'm hearing all these talking points of all this stuff. Listen, if you ain't talking about investing in me, if you ain't talking about putting in no work, don't talk about what's good between my legs and all the excess shit and say, well, I want you to have my baby or I want to have your baby. If you ain't putting that time and work into me, I'm a net worth not by what that white man, but what I put myself at. So that's a problem because see, I don't know if you're going to be ready to ride with me. Now, probably, and I'm just saying, for the example that was given, she didn't really know holistically if you was ready to ride with her. So she did. Women like to do this thing in their mind where they look at, okay, am I going to end up having to give 18 years of my life to a man? I don't know what he's thinking because how long you been with that woman before she was pregnant? How long were you with her?
She was actually somebody I knew from high school. I didn't intentionally do it, but just like most people that get a woman pregnant by mistake or by chance, it's because I just wanted that little bit of extra good feeling without the condom, and I'm honest about that. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you, sir. Now, in saying that, so what happened was she was respectfully saying, "I'm not going to put something on you that I did not agree to, and maybe you didn't understand what you had put on me as a woman and as a man. I'm not going to put no pressure on you because I don't want you to feel pressure. You got to take it to the altar or anything like that. If we're going to do it, let's do it on our own fruition of we have respect for each other that we know we're getting into." So that's how it was for me and my wife, that she knew my ass was busting my ass for 2 jobs, the military, doing X, Y, and Z, the business, because she knew that, hey, I'm going to build a kingdom around you. You will help me build a foundation. The Darrell wife and him understood the same thing.
Let me answer to that. Let me answer to that.
Go ahead.
That was your situation. That wasn't my situation. The reason why the situation that I was in, the reason why she got an abortion is because I told her, I said, stop playing with me. I'm like, yo, you're joking around. So instead of her showing me the pregnancy test, she showed me the abortion results. So she never even gave me the opportunity to even know that this is reality, what you're saying. I was just thinking that, I'm a rapper and you're just trying to get pregnant. Because, a lot of women get pregnant by a man that they think is going to be successful. And they feel like, even if he don't treat me right, at least he'll have enough money to take care of me and the children. So she got rid of the child because I was like, yo, stop playing with me. Right. I'm like, yo, stop playing, yo, you play too much. So instead of her saying, look, Negro, at this goddamn pregnant results. Look, I'm going to piss on this in front of you and I'm going to show you the results in front of you. She didn't do that to me. She came back with the results that she had an abortion. So my situation was different than yours, bro.
No. Okay, and I'm trying to tell you, and I'm trying to help. But I just talked to another brother on another show. But maybe I'm going to do a stream on why women, specifically black women, are choosing to abort a lot of black men's babies because they don't know if a lot of y'all are going to commit. They don't know. There's nothing concrete put down. When I put a ring on my woman, my name is contractually obligated and doggone stuck to her. No matter what I do, they will notify her that, listen, nigga, if you run out, that's what that white woman said, Mr. Johnson, I want you to know as a young man, if you run out on her, you are going to owe her. That's what that white woman told me right there at that courthouse when I was getting on paperwork signed. And I said, what do you mean? Yeah, anything you do from here on with her, literally, she's attached to you. Now, I had to think about that before I signed that paper. I had 7 days to figure that out. So I know y'all. So y'all gotta understand the power of your name. So anything that I have done for the 13 plus years with this woman, my woman, I can die peacefully tonight and knowing that she's set. A lot of women don't know that. A lot of men don't know. Does this woman have my best interest? Why? Because first of all, was she just good for the nut, or was she good for the investment? Was she good for just that one good quickie? Or was she talking about, hey, babe, I want to see you make it. So, I made you some lunch. You don't have to spend no money on it. You can put that towards whatever you're trying to do. Now, granted, you said you were in the industry. So she didn't know if you were just a jump off or whatever you're trying to get.
No, I'm still in it. I'm still in it.
Okay. So in saying that, C-Rock, so
yes, sir.
I always tell brothers this: men have a different clock than a woman. Women have a time. Men have a network time. She's looking at, I don't know if you in it or you just had a jump off. You didn't. I mean, were y'all talking about a baby? You said, hey, I just wanted to feel the extra. That's fine.
No, we wasn't talking about it. We wasn't talking about it. It just happened.
Okay, so right then and there, she said, I own my mistake. I own my mistake as a woman, because when that doggone secretion leaves from your body, brothers that are listening, it is no longer yours to choose what she has to do for her body. At the end of the day, for those 9 months, that's her life on the line, not you. That's her life on the line.
Right. But what I'm trying to get you to understand that even if she thought it was a mistake, I didn't think it was a mistake. I was getting ready to be everything that I didn't even plan to be. But just because my love what came from my loin.
But hold on. Okay. Okay. It came from you, but you gave it to her to choose whether she wanted to deal with it or not. Right?
I ain't give it to her. She was just gonna incubate it.
Whoa,
it was still mine, even if it's in her stomach for 9 months. It's still mine and hers.
It's not yours anymore, bro.
I ain't sign it over. After she said she was pregnant, I ain't signed paperwork like it's yours.
Listen. It is actually you did. You did sign it over.
No, I didn't give that baby to her for her to keep. No, brother, I gave it. I had to trust her at that point for 9 months of incubation. I didn't give my baby to her to have.
Okay. Well, hold on. But that would have been a contractual agreement. See that contract? You see that contract? Contract.
It's not a contract. No, it's a verbal. That's a verbal agreement. Contract means paperwork is involved. A verbal agreement means there's no paperwork involved in the agreement. It was a verbal agreement, not a contractual.
So, in the power of the ring vested in me that I put on my woman, she understood that. Guess what? Listen, I want kids. I want a legacy. I want a dynasty. I want an empire. She understood, and she said, well, "Damn, if that's what you want, I understand my job." But your baby mama or your jump off for a lot of these people, for a lot of y'all don't. All y'all going off is just the word. It's a word. She
wasn't my baby mama or a jump off. I knew her since high school, brother. I told you that already.
Okay, no. Okay, you know her, but you didn't claim her.
What do you mean? If I'm going raw with her and me and her fucking just about every day, as long as she ain't bleeding, that's a claim, brother. That's a claim.
No, listen. I can't tell how many times I went the wrong side of a woman. I didn't claim every woman I went wrong side of. I just said I wanted an extra fix. That doesn't mean I claimed every woman I went wrong side of. I just mean
come on, man. Y'all just...
That just mean I'm being sloppy. I mean, come on, dude. I mean,
This is a good conversation. This is an excellent
I'm
conversation.
in Africa right now. Where's my country yet?
Yeah, bro. What's your name again, brother?
That BMT. That's listen, bro.
All
Listen,
right, BMT, listen. This is an excellent conversation that needs to be had in the black community. And that's why I'm making sure that this shit don't turn ignorant, because this is something that a lot of other black men need to hear before they need to hear this before they end up in the situations that we were in. So this is very necessary. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Who's that?
And also, if you subscribe to my channel, I'm gonna leave my channel in the back chat. Subscribe to my channel, bro. I like how you move still, you know. You feel me?
Thank you.
right.
So that's what I'm saying.
You couldn't even trust her to believe she was actually pregnant. So how much trust was there really? Again,
Well, first of all, I'm a comedian. And
okay.
I joke around with the women that I've been with. We always joke around. Like I might pull a prank on her one day, and then she'll prank me. Like laughter is a big part of the relationships that I'm in. I love making people laugh because a laugh can change your attitude. Like you can have a horrible day, but you could just speak to somebody and they can make you really laugh, and you'll feel like, yeah, this day wasn't that bad. So I was pranking her, she was pranking me, and then one day she was like, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, yo, stop playing, yo. This ain't, you play too much. And she didn't give me an opportunity to even see the pregnancy results. She just got rid of the baby.
You know
like
what?
If you know we have a playful relationship, and I'm thinking she probably trying to film me, put it on YouTube that she pranked me being pregnant. And I'm like, yo, you play too much, yo. And then she killed the baby. What the fuck? Y'all don't understand that? That's crazy.
No, listen. I'm telling you, from somebody, I've been through abortion, and I have 2 dead children. One from a woman that was out there in the streets that I lay down with. She killed my child. Another one was my baby mother was killed. She was murdered with my child. So I understand that of a loss of a child. So I don't take that from you, see, right? Okay, I empathize with you on that. But I also understood that if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. If the woman I'm going to lay and have children with, she's going to have my name. She's going to be insured in my kingdom, my castle. I'm already going to have her set with food, comfort, clothes, everything on her back to where she is comfortable to stay in my setting, in our setting, in her house. She can say, Joe, I want you to come home. Okay, what's going on? I'm pregnant. Most of the time, and you remember when your woman first told you something like that? Most of the time they give you a look like, what's going on? I'm pregnant. They look to see exactly right there in that 1 split second what's going to be your answer. When they look to see what you're going to say, usually it's a breathtaking feeling like, what the fuck just happened? Because now you just know in that 1 split second, your life just changed. It is no longer your life anymore. Because now you learn, and I agree, and I respect you for saying you were ready to step up. But
hell yeah, I was going to step up just because it's just time to step up. But look, like I said, I didn't even know I was a father until I saw the abortion, brother. Y'all ain't, listen, the people in the comments are talking about, where was that trust? Where was that trust? And me and her was playing around with each other and pranking each other. So I'm like, oh, she's really trying to get me now, because a lot of the times when she tried to prank me, I was smart enough to know, like, okay, yeah, all right, it's all right. But where's the camera? Okay, all right, who's gonna jump out and be like, oh, we got you? Okay, nobody jumped out. There was no camera, and she was telling the truth. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Now,
you know what I mean? So I know now. Listen, I know now that I just can't even play around with going raw no more, because I can never let that happen to me again. So that situation helped me grow to be serious with not going raw. With the pre-cum, because I didn't even come inside of her. The pre-cum got her pregnant, and I knew that there was a very slim chance that could happen.
Come on, guys, y'all talking about.
Well, no, we just grown man shit.
I know, brother, but we get that. we know the interworkings of how that comes about.
We understand.
Hold on, but before we continue, I'm gonna let my brother Q speak. What's up, Mr. Research?
Go ahead, Q.
Hey, how you doing? So I got a slight disagreement about the homeboy getting on TV aspect. So,
homeboy getting on TV. You talking about me, C-Rock?
Yeah, no, I'm going back to what D. Durrell said way earlier.
About the TCTV debate.
Yeah. So what's happening now in TV People are starving. What happened?
Are we about to talk about TV right now? We talking about men taking care of their children and having a strong relationship with their women, and how we go back to?
Let me be quiet and only talk about what you want us to talk about. So let me talk about men taking care of their women. Dudes who are not trying to change these laws to take care of their women. Dudes who are not trying to help other dudes get economic finances so they can take care of their women. The black male image is getting worse and worse and worse. And after Biden is finished, you ain't gonna be able to take care of your woman. You're gonna be struggling because you're about to get 500,000 immigrants here. That's gonna be going after C-Rock's job. They're gonna try to.
No, they ain't gonna get my job.
Wait a minute! Don't interrupt me. You want to talk about this topic? Hold on. I'm trying to talk about topic. Are you gonna
interrupt? I'm not
interrupt?
interrupting you. I'm just saying they ain't gonna get my job. Go ahead.
Which one you gonna do?
They ain't gonna get my job. What the fuck? You can't just come over here.
Everybody be quiet. Let's see Rock talk.
Yeah, let me just say something real quick. So the job that I have, you can't just come over here from another country and get this job. You have to have citizenship here for a certain amount of time and have a certain record before you can get my job. Go ahead.
Well, he didn't mean that literally. He mean that from a symbolically, not literally.
Okay, symbolically. All right, my bad, my bad. God damn. I thought he meant it in a literal sense. Go ahead.
So it's going to be difficult for a lot of dudes to take care of these families. It's a fantasy. You're dealing with these laws. And because you're dealing with these laws, just browbeating dudes into doing what they're supposed to do, which I do agree, is kind of mute. You don't have there's so many dudes that are on false child support. Forget the real dudes who are trying to scam the system or not take care of their kids. The dudes who want to take care of their kids are getting fired from their job because of child support, and the black male ain't doing nothing about it. He just saying, "Oh, well, it ain't me. I got mine. I don't give a fuck." But in the same breath, he getting up here talking about taking care of kids. It's kind of weird when I hear people talk about taking care of kids because it's like you're suspect to whether you got a great woman or not. You're suspect to whether you vetted to whether you got a good woman or not, or that woman can just go left. So I don't even know how we get this conversation on taking care of the kids because guess what? For all the great fathers, C-Rock, why is our male crime so high? Answer that question. Why is our male crime so high? If
that's easy. That's easy to answer that. The crime is so high because the opportunities are limited. Dudes don't have jobs. People that have. Hold on, let me just finish answering the question. Yeah, some people are not doing what they're supposed to do, but I'm saying a man that has a lot to lose is less likely to commit a crime than someone who has nothing to lose. So brothers have to first of all go and get something that you would have to lose, and then you'll start to appreciate shit in life a little bit more than a motherfucker that just wake up looking for some pussy and then get high and get drunk.
So
that's all I'm saying.
Why are black males not hiring these brothers?
Black males are not hiring these people because black people don't own enough businesses to hire their own people. If you listen to the videos that I preach on these topics, we need to stop running the white folks to work for them, and we need to start creating our own opportunities so that black people can work for black people, and they don't have to go through criminal background checks and Corey checks. They can just get excused, just like white people. They can kill 100 people and come home from jail and work for another white person and don't have to worry about a Corey check. We need to have those same opportunities for our own people. That's all. Go ahead.
I agree, but having your own opportunities don't mean just getting money. And this is my last point. I'm gonna let y'all finish because y'all got to talk. But having opportunities don't mean just getting a bag and having a position. You gotta go be the manager so you can be in a position to hire. Why are black males not doing that? Why are black males just settling for, I got my money, I got my position, but you've been there for 5 years, be the manager? That's my last question.
Well, no problem. Even if they go into the white company and they're the manager, they still need permission from another white person to hire.
I'm talking about your suggestion, getting your own entrepreneur. Why are they not getting their own entrepreneurship, and why are the black males not hiring?
Oh, that's another easy answer. Because the Boston public school system, it really, really teaches you how to go and be an asset to a white person's company. these schools are not teaching you how to be entrepreneurs. They're teaching you how to be great workers. They give you just enough skills that you're able to work for somebody else, but they don't teach you about taxes and stocks and bonds where you can be successful for yourself and create a legacy and generational wealth for your children. So that's what's going on. High school makes you a worker and it doesn't make you a boss. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, and you see, he went back to the same thing, individualism. He's talked about stocks. That's individual. That's not hiring nobody. Bonds. That's all. We say about taking care of our families, but we don't even take care of the brothers. The women are hiring women. The Chinese are hiring the Chinese. The Pakistanis hiring the Pakistanis. But we want to talk about men taking care of their family, and we black males are just thinking only of ourselves when we become entrepreneurs and get the bag. But I'm gonna be quiet and go back to listening. And
No. Later. All right, let him go. Let him go. But no, when you're investing in stocks,
C-Rock, you kind of muffling a little bit.
Oh, I don't know why. Can you hear me better now?
There you go. You good now.
All right. So when I talked about getting the stocks, it's just so you can generate more wealth so that you can create bigger situations to help people more than yourself. You know what I mean? You have to create the environment to help people. You can't just be in a situation where you just think about yourself. You know, I can live personally off of $50,000 a year over here and I'll be fine. $50,000-$60,000 a year, I could live a great life. But in order to help your people, your cup has to be overflowing in order for you to share from your cup. If your cup ain't overflowing means that you're getting more than what you need personally. So you got to make sure it's overflowing so that now you can start to look in your community and say, how can I help y'all now? So that's all I meant by the stocks and bonds. It's just a way to, if you're good at predicting stocks, like you can lose a lot of money in the stock, but if you know how to predict stocks and you understand the patterns, then you can do a lot. I'm doing great right now. Just actually, I'm investing in right now in Biogen because right now they're getting ready to do these mandatory vaccines. So I know Biogen is about to go up. So, you know, I mean, if you want to take a chance, invest in Biogen. I'm not somebody who keeps secrets to myself. I want my people to be doing just as good as me so that the infighting is less likely. If all black people were successful, there would be no infighting. But because there's people who are doing great amongst people who are not doing great, that's where the infighting comes from. So I'm sharing secrets. I want people to get this information. Go ahead, y'all.
Go ahead, BMT. You can respond.
I mean, honestly, I had nothing against what he was saying on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he says it's true. Listen, like, you know, you can't help nobody if you can't help yourself. They even tell you that on the airplane. If you ever been on an airplane, what do they tell you? You put on your mask first before you say the person to the left or right of you. Even if that's your child, you put on your mask first. Why? If you black out or you go down, you didn't save anybody. Now you just a hindrance. So it's the thing about it is, listen, I'm taking care of my family first. Listen, I get we all black and y'all we got issues and stuff we got to deal with. But my family will eat before the person on the street eats. You can say it's selfish if you want, but that's the thing. That's what you're supposed to do. You take care of home first. That's why we're failing now as a community and as blacks. We forgot to take care of home first. You learn to take care of home first, then you learn to take care of community. And when you take care of community, then you learn to start taking care of having respect for yourselves instead of saying, "Well, we'll do better with X, Y, and Z." And that's a problem that we don't. That's the thing about it is you gotta having your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And granted, you're hearing a lot of people that come in sideways saying X, Y, and Z, but then when you ask them, so what's your track record? Are you practicing what you preach? Are you actually walking that line? But it's easy to cast a stone. But see, if it's time for us to line you up on the wall and start reading out your package or what you're doing, are you actually aligning in what you're preaching? And see, that's the problem. And see, That's why it's hard for me to walk, as well as other blacks, for us to all walk together. But then you can't tell me one thing if you're not walking in that same design. Then that means only thing you're telling me, you know what I'm saying? That's like us being parents. Can't tell your kid to keep the house clean, and then we look in your room look like a goddamn tornado. Everywhere you go look like mess and disgustingness, but you're saying y'all need to be clean. They're gonna be looking at you, well, you're a big walking contradiction. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I get that white man, he played by his own goddamn individual rules. But see, me, one thing I understand in my mind, and I've been around this world multiple times. Me as a black man, I can't play by that same rule book. I can't get away with the same shit. I can't talk and act and dance, and just because I got the same money and brand and I'm doing very damn good, I can't do that like he does. I don't have the same kind of foundation. Mine, I'm still trying to build it and get mine as a black man. Yeah, I'm hard on my people. See that we got something that we can do, but see, it's just like a father will talk to a father, a brother will talk to a brother, and I know how me and C-Rock came harder at each other, but see, that's me giving him that respect as a man. Well, listen, brother, and I respect him because we started coming. Mind you, hey, letting you know right now, C-Rock, I'm from Boston. I'm from Massachusetts. Page Street, right across from Franklin Park. So I understand. I got a spot up there in Springfield. So I understand the stuff that black. Mind you, in Springfield, it used to only be whites and blacks. It ain't like that no more. Now you got
it's black now.
Now, but see, you also have it now where the blacks are now being pushed down, losing their businesses. You have it where, and I got nothing smoke against the Browns, the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans, they moving up. And you see the Jamaicans.
You know why they moving up? From what I've seen, bro. Go ahead.
I know, C-Rock, but my people aren't moving up. My people have been there. I was a child in the 80s walking around Springfield. My people ain't moving up. My people are actually can't even afford to live in certain areas in Springfield or Massachusetts. Why some of our streets and some of our areas still looking like the slums, but other neighborhoods are getting funding and money and getting heard in City Hall? Why? And I'm just saying. So when I see these things happening, and I'm thinking like, yo, so in 2021, get it? Don't get listen, and I'm being 120%, y'all. Listen. I'm doing for my household first. And I get it. Some of y'all gonna say, hey, well, we all can Africa. Fuck that. Don't run that card on me. Because we all ain't eating the same when we go to the barbecue. I'm only getting lettuce and potato salad. You getting burger, steak, and chicken. I'm not eating the same. I'm not getting the same meal. So we all ain't gonna let's not run this card when it comes to struggle nation. When I go up there and say, yo, I need this for my school. I need this for my people. We need these medical plans. We don't want them drugs and pills. We want X, Y, and Z. And see, everybody say, oh, now you're talking pro. No, I'm talking me as a black man over me and mine and my people, my woman and my children. But see, when a black man starts talking like that, it automatically taking that either you woke or no. I see the bullshit for what it is.
No, it's taken as a threat. They look at it as a threat. When a black man is unapologetically honest, it's a threat.
Right. So I understood empathetically with you when we were having that power conversation about the home and about child support and about marriage and also about abortion. Also, that is something that has been plaguing the black man since goddamn slavery. We ain't never had control over our home. I know y'all like that. Well, back in the day, 1940s, 50s, when did we ever have control? But the white man could have came up and blow your brains out right there in your own goddamn yard. Goddamn it! When have you ever had control in this country, D-Darrell? Give me the era for any of us chaos that you as the Negro American have some kind of dominant control over government or your home ever. Tell me that time.
We never controlled the government. Controlled the government. But we are able to govern ourselves, though. We have control over ourselves. That's all I'm saying.
So no, and I agree with you on that. I hear you with that. So like I said, our predominant No, BMT's not all. See, that's the thing about y'all saying BMT's all over the place. BMT is actually attacking the bullshit that a black man sees going on right now. But y'all don't want to. Y'all want to just talk on one specific thing. But we got multiple things bubbling up now, and it's 2021. Now we actually saying, so okay, Trump is gone. So what about us as a black people? Well,
hey y'all, if I was you, I would not read them comments, bro, because there's a lot of trolls.
I know.
You can't please them. The comments are very venomous. You can't please the comments. I've been stopped responding to the comments.
But see, y'all brothers on the panel understand where we're going with this. But we talking as men, so we understand that there's a lot of shit happening, and that it's a massive frustration when we get in the car and we're saying, my people ain't eating like we should be eating. We ain't doing like we should. We ain't truly flourishing. We just surviving. Yes, some of us are making money. Yes, some of us are doing good. But can we honestly say that we can honestly live the full American dream without repercussions, without having to toe the fucking line? I can't go out.
As long as we don't break the law, there's nothing that they can do to us.
Oh, I can't see. I don't see C-Rock. But I'm just saying, y'all.
He left out. He left. Something happened. He got popped. He got knocked out. Maybe had a bad reception or something. Oh, there you go. He back.
But like I said, the marriage thing. Listen, y'all. That's been a big fight with this media shit, with these narratives. Black men, we want to be in the home. I know y'all got this shit. And I'm glad, brother. When I heard the energy about you wanting to be in your home, you took that seriously. I want to be in the home. I know Chaos wants his home. D-Darrell loves his home. Black men, we do want to be in the home. We got these narratives and shit that we going goddamn suspect and rainbow and shit that we doggone we don't get we got multiple babies. Listen, man, a lot of black men may not say it out loud, but some men just want their own slice of just coming home, sitting on the couch, having a booty pop right by them, and watch their kids play on the couch, play on the goddamn carpet while they watch TV. Some men don't want much. That's the main thing we want. But we too busy working as a goddamn slave in 2020, trying to get what's hard, and we still ain't getting goddamn close to buying a piece of yam and a fucking cup of water.
And BMT, let me comment on that.
Go ahead.
Comment on what you just said about that. So my thing is we can't even call a male a man if he's not even ambitious. Part of being a man is you get into the mindset of being ambitious and wanting to own and run shit and be in control of your reality. So I feel like we are calling men when they're just boys and training to be men. See what I'm saying? Like I feel like being called a man is a badge of honor, and we call men before it's time. And that's what I want to say to
that. All right. Well, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm getting ready to go ahead and wrap this up for the night. So I'm gonna go ahead and give last words. I'm gonna go ahead and start with BMT and then move clockwise.
Yeah, man. It was a great pleasure talking with y'all. Chaos and let the chaos reign. You know what I'm saying? You already know every Saturday, you know, we got more stuff coming up on Saturday. That's gonna be even more wild.
Okay.
So I definitely hope to see you there. C-Rock, move.
Yes, sir.
I definitely like to sit and actually collab and talk with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Actually, let's actually have it on your setting or however, whenever you want to have it. And then I'll put my email in the back chat. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would like to have some structured conversations, man. I feel like there's a lot that we started off rough, but that's just how men are. You know what I'm saying? Two lions going to always bear their teeth. But then after a while, they say, yo, man, we can just walk this safari together, man, and talk. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, some of the greatest relationships that I have. Some of the greatest relationships I have, I clash with that person first. So this is not a bad sign when you're dealing with me, bro. When I clash with people, I'm really just trying to see what you made of. You know what I mean? And once I see what you're made of, then I'm like, all right, we can go forward. But I just want to know what you was doing in the beginning before I accepted what you was doing.
No. All love, man. Like I said, I come on strong. I know me and D-Darrell, we bumped heads on a few things, man. And we two big brothers, man. And I got his back 120%. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I said, I have nothing but respect for you, black men. Keep y'all head up.
Appreciate you.
Work hard. You know what I'm saying? If you see a woman that has potential, talk to her, tell her your vision, but also listen to her vision and see if we can make that
Right.
thing work into a goddamn reality. That's the only way you're
Right.
gonna make it, man. That's just
Yeah,
it.
you gotta
That's
have
all
a dynasty.
you know what I'm saying? So I feel y'all, I respect y'all. I put my email in the back chat for him. So hopefully I'll probably look for his channel, C-Rock Smooth. And after that, hit me up, D, whenever you want to. Chaos, hit me up. I'll see y'all guys. Much love. EMT.
Okay.
All right,
That's
man.
it. That's it. Oh yeah, and this is a good stream, D Darrell. You could put me. Oh yeah. Oh, you came back.
Yeah, I
go
came
ahead.
back. I don't know why I keep cutting off, but go ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, it was a good stream. You can put me in the back chat.
Okay. All right,
So,
C-Rock.
man, that was my
Good,
last
man,
words. I ain't got
good
too
show
much to
today,
say,
man. You definitely had it going.
Yeah.
Put energy in the
Yeah,
show.
man. I like things to be progressive, man. I like things to be solution based. I was just hearing how he was like, you black people. When I hear you black people, even if it's from a black person, I still got to be like, hey, what you mean by that? What's going on? But no, I'm glad that we ironed it out. I just wanted him to question me and not try to guess who I was. And I got a chance to tell him who I was, and then he realized it wasn't bad. A bad motherfucker, and I realized he wasn't bad either. So that's the kind of think tanks that we got to have, where we can clash but not become enemies and move forward once we understand each other. We had to get an understanding out of every conversation we have with one another, because we can all learn from each other's mistakes. And I felt like I was able to see into his life and understand, and he was able to see into my life and understand, and everybody who was listening were able to get something out of this. Good or bad, they got something.
Appreciate it, man. You definitely brought the heat today, man. And I want to say before you get out, but I gotta look at, man. I'm not gonna do a show directly at Dunn, but I'm still gonna watch how he operating. And if I have to make some comments here and there, huh?
Yeah, you can keep an eye on him, but I'm just telling you,
just kind of keep
he's
an
on
eye on him, and I'm gonna make some comments here and there. Yeah,
he's bums going wild right now, so it's definitely going to be a great show until he burns himself out.
Okay, brother.
All right, D, let me get the hell out of here, because I can do this all night. You know that, man.
Yeah, man. All right, brother. You take care.
All right, thank you. Peace.
All right, guys. Appreciate you all for being here today. D Darrell. Definitely check out my channel. This is not D Darrell. Also check out my channel, D Darrell the Rebirth. And so forth. Like you, if you're not subscribed to any of those channels, please subscribe to D Darrell the Rebirth or This Is Not D Darrell. Both channels. D Darrell, This Is Not D Darrell is actually my backup channel. If you're not subscribed to it, please subscribe to it. I'm up to like 55 subscribers on that one. I also appreciate the support that you have given me on D Darrell the Rebirth. I'm well over 1,000. I got to get my watch time up, so that's why I'm doing live streams right now, so I can get my watch time up, and sooner or later I can be monetized, hopefully within the next couple of months. So with that being said, peace, guys. Good night. And I will be doing some live streams throughout the week during the afternoon between 1 and 4 o'clock, and look forward to conversing with you then. Peace. I have a great night.